big step up in the third straight, so you've really got to push up and go over that one. It gives you a big boost through that third straight, so you're holding the bike into that final left-handed turn where you hit a small set of doubles, another set, and a cheeky roller at the end.
Yes, you can overlook that roller, but you don't want to if you're tired and or fighting for that final qualifying position. So the next time we see the men's, we have the 16th finals coming up just right now. Fourth or better will get you through. We are in single elimination, so cheer for your favorite rider, because if they don't get fourth or better, they are done for the day. Heat 1, Shara, Ponomarev, Gobert, Ramirez, Sherrick, Arenas, and Brethauer.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Let's see if Corbin Shara, the USA national champion, can make it through. Looks like he's going to pave the way, at the very least, to the first turn. Brethauer just on the outside, but Ramirez is tucking in just underneath Brethauer. Brethauer relegated to third, Ponomarev in fourth, as he's trying to make way into second place. Now Ramirez going back to fourth, Brethauer still stuck in third, and Shara just running away with it. Meanwhile, on the outside, we have Sherrick making the move in the corner. Now Ramirez down to fifth. Sherrick going from fifth to third in the last straightaway. So it's going to be Shara, Ponomarev, Sherrick, great ride by him, and Brethauer getting that fourth place position.
Yeah, very smart riding there from Paddy Sherrick. He was quite slow out of the gate. He was really struggling, and he's just picked his moments as he's gone sort of around the track, ducked underneath in that third turn and made that move down that third straight, and it resulted in a third position for him. So there is your official result. Corbin Shara taking the win, Ponomarev of Russia in 2, Paddy Sherrick of Great Britain in 3, and Louis Brethauer of Germany going through in 4. That was heat number 1 of the 16th finals. Heat number 2, lining up, we have got David Graf, Yevgeny Klishenko, Kai White, Twan van Gent, Matthias Verhoeven, Mauricio Ignacio Molina Vergara, and Giacomo Gargaglia of Italy. So this one pretty stacked. We've got 3 national champions in this one, in Graf, Klishenko, and White. All lining up there, lanes 1, 2, and 3.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
So it's looking like a battle of the national champions as they go down that first straight, but you cannot count out Twan, Van Gent, Graf, Van Gent, White going 1, 2, 3 in the turn. Klishenko working his way underneath. That's pushed Kai White back into fourth at the moment, so he might come under some pressure as they go down that straight. Keeps it low and just works his way to the side of the Russian, so White holding on to it, but Graf out in front. Graf's looking good. Twan Van Gent looking very comfortable in 2. Klishenko in 3. White's there in 4 at the minute. Looks like he might be safe. There's a bit of a gap to 5. So David Graf of Switzerland making the most of that start. He's going to take it. White goes through in 4. Van Gent in 2. And there was a photo finish with Klishenko and White, so he may even pick up a position just yet.
Great ride by Van Gent and Graf. Van Gent trying to find his form these past few rounds. That will be a good test going against Graf. So Kai White does end up with that third place. Klishenko with the 4th, Graf and Van Gent first and second respectively. They are your official qualifiers out of heat number 2. Moving on and upward to heat number 3, back at the top of the hill, the 8-meter. We see Sakakibara, Brunner, Rezende, Malyshenkov, Turnbize, Bemelin, Verbinen, and Racine. The double 7 of Kai White in lane 1, or excuse me, Kai Sakakibara in lane 1 from Australia. Been spending some time out here in Europe.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Spending some time out here in Europe getting used to these tracks. Not the best start from Kai Sakakibara. Let's see if he has the power to lay it down. He definitely takes advantage of lane 1. Rezende just on the outside of him, the Brazilian rider. Malyshenkov in there somewhere in 4th, jumping into 3rd place. Now he's going to get greedy. Oh, he cases the jump. He doesn't get to go over the berm jump. So he is done. So Sakakibara running away with it, followed by Resende and Brunner. Racine, I believe, in fourth. But right now, Sakakibara taking control of this lap as he's going to bring it in for the first place, followed by the Brazilian of Resende, then Brunner and Racine from France.
Definitely got a bit hectic there down that second straight with Verbinen not making it over the jump along with the Russian rider, that was Malyshenkov. So the tightness of the racing combined with, you know, the breeze that we got can make that second straight a little bit more difficult. There is your official result. Kais Kakibara taking the win, Renato Resende, Gil Brunner and Roman Racine making the top four. Elias Verbinen, the unlucky guy, in 5. Moving on, heat number 4. Lined up, and we have Tori Navrestad, the national champion of the Netherlands. Sorry, of Norway, I do apologise. Anderson de Souza Filo, Stefan Heil. Looks like we've swapped things around and moved to heat number 5.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So there may be a slight mechanical issue in heat number 4, which has resulted in the reshuffle, but we are looking at Kyle Evans, who got a great start. It looks like Roman Mayu is going to lead them into that turn. He's going well. Yep, Mayu gets it. Evans in there in 2. That looks like Tori Navrestad right at the side of him. Who's got the 4th? That looks like Leo Garayan coming through into that 4th spot. Oh, the German rider getting it all wrong. He can't get over the berm jump. So it's Evans in 3. That looks like Leo Garayan still holding on for 4. There's a bit of a gap to de Souza Fila in 5. So last straight action, looks like Roman Mayu's going to get it.
Might have a race for 4th.
Navrestad, who's going to get that 4th spot? Very close. Garayan and Evans with a photo finish, and Anderson de Souza Filo also mixed up in that one. So we'll have to wait for the official result to come through. The German rider getting caught up. That was Stefan Heil. Couldn't make it over that berm jump, so that ended his day early. And there it is, there is your official result. Kyle Evans taking that 4th spot, Leo Garayan in 3, Tori Navrestad in 2, and Roman Mayu just taking the win.
Back up to the top of the hill, I see Campo, Renkerel, Villegas, Turkelson, Link, Nakai, Bujaki, and Ross Cullen just making it in through the last chance qualifier. Heat number 6, elite men.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Let's see if Campo can make use of lane 2. Very hard to do next to Renkerel. Renkerel showing a lot of first straightaway speed. Campo staying right next to him, going to tuck into 2nd, so it's going to be Renkerel and Campo 1 and 2 as they head into the big berm jump. Let's see if the wind affects him, not too much. Campo in trouble though, fighting for 2nd place now. He's going to maintain. It's going to be Renkerel, Campo, Villegas, and Turkelson. Villegas having a good day so far, had some injuries last year. He finds himself qualifying. Whoa, we have some action going on for that last qualifying position. Don't know what happened there. Someone got hit. Someone made a bump and run. Renkerel, Campo, Villegas, and Cullen getting through from Great Britain.
Yeah, 2 riders picking themselves up from the floor in that last turn. Sometimes you've just got to throw the bike in there and hope for the best, and that looks like what happened on that particular occasion. Jimmy Thurkelson getting mixed up in that one. With the Japanese rider Asuma Nakai also getting caught up in that crash. And here we see it again as they go into the, oh, we were going to see that one again. Here are the official results. Jeremy Renkerel, Alfredo Campo going 1 and 2, Federico Villegas in 3, and Ross Cullen in 4. Heat 7, Renaud Blanc, Gonzalo Molina, Corentina Dubois, Julian Schmidt, Alexei Denilola, Axel Webster, Trey White, and Valentina Diumi. of Switzerland in lane number 1, equally at home on a skate park bike as he is on a race bike, but it's all about the race bike today, and he's going to get into about second position as they head into that turn behind Gonzalo Molina. So Molina in 1, Blanc in 2, Schmidt in 3, Dubois in 4. Where is Trey White? He's got a bit of work to do at the moment. He's in there in about 5 and looking and shopping for a position, but it's all about Molina. Oh, Renaud Blanc diving underneath him now, drag racing down that third straight. Schmidt and Dubois still holding on for 3 and 4. Trey White's got about 3 or 4 bike lengths to make up. He needs a bit of action in this final turn. Is he going to get it? Is he going to duck underneath? I think he might have done. Trey White charging down towards the line, looking like he's going to pick up that 4th spot. White gets it. White goes through in 4, courtesy of some last turn action.
Wasn't looking good for White, but he finds a way through. Molina, Dumi, putting on a show. There's your official Blanc, Schmidt, Molina, and White. Dumi and Dubois not quite getting through last turn action. We're going to keep it moving. Heat 8, Harmson, Nagasako, Palmer, Schottman, Schaub, Ryushkin, Bias, and Furlan.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Look for Joris Harmon, the big guy, on the inside to take it to the front, but it seems like Schottman is shot out of a cannon as he's going to go to the front, edging out Harmson. So it's Schottman, Harmson, Ryushkin, and Nagasako holding on to 4th, but I think Palmer just found that 4th place position as the coffee chatter guy is heading in there. Whoa! Palmer wants more. Palmer's going to go from 3rd to 1st. We'll see if that helps him or slows him down, because now Palmer's stuck on the outside, winning this moto. Just too much speed. He's just going to ride around everyone. He must have had a shot of caffeine or something during the break. It's going to be Palmer with a great ride, followed by Schottman, Harmson, and Nagasako holding on to 4th.
Yeah, great lap for the Canadian. Very, very good track awareness there as he was going around, picking his lines and his moves in the turns, and he brought himself from 4th into 1st. So a great lap for Canada's James Palmer. That should result Palmer taking the win. Mitchell Schottman into Joris Harmson in 3 and Nagasako of Japan 4. Heat 9 of the 16th finals. Alex Tugas from Canada, Jared Garcia, Vincent Pelloard, Mika Strazdins, Jefferson Milano, Hugo Pontan, Alejandro Quimpena, and Diego Arboleda.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So Alex Tugas of Canada on that 1-2-2 plate, looking to pick up where his teammate James Palmer has just left off. But look at Arboleda moving across from the outside. He's going to pick up the whole shot. Tugas is sat there in 2, Pelloard in 3, and Jared the Jet Garcia out of the USA in there in 4. But it's all about the Colombian rider at the moment. Tugas is right there with him, though. He'll be looking for a way around to pick up that 1st position. He's holding on at the moment because Vincent Pelloard is chasing him down. Garcia's in there in 4, the Canadian making the move. So Alex Tugas taking the lead in that final corner. Looking to make it 2 from 2 in the 16th for the Canadians. He takes it. Alex Tugas takes the win. Vincent Pelloard goes through in that 2 spot. Arboleda and Garcia battling for the 3 and 4, but they both go through. Wow. It's just a case of which order.
2 Canadians, 2 heats in a row, passing on the outside in the 3rd straightaway. Don't know if they had a team meeting about that or what, but they're finding some speed in that technical area on the track. There's your official Tugas, Pelluard, Arboleda getting the 3rd, and Garcia with the 4th place from the United States of America. Back up to the hill. This is heat number 4, so someone must have gotten their bike fixed. Daudet, Pollard, Kriegers, Brechon, Seegers, Mir, Bensing, and Darnan. Very good of the UCI to always make it possible for these riders should an emergency arise.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Out of the gate they go. Looks like Pollard has a nice instant pop, but Daudet with the power, Darnan on the outside. So we have a French 1-2, definitely a 4 and a 3. So Mir in 3rd. So Daudet Pillard, Mir, don't know what happened to Darnan there as well. So French 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 French team riders and 2 gentlemen from France working to get on the big team. But they are all riding well. Mir getting slowed up on that big step up. Darnan sneaking up on him. But Daudet and Pillard checking out as they're going to qualify easily through this round with Darnan and Kriegers beating out Mir. Mir still struggling to find some consistency this season.
Yeah, that was a great lap from the French contingent. If that's how you get fast, I'm off out to buy some croissants. So, yeah. Joris Daudet, Arthur Pillard, Simba Darnand, 1, 2, and 3. Kristen Kriegers in 4. Amidou Mir very unlucky in 5. As we're moving on to heat number 10, Carlos Ramirez, Jay Shippers, Justin Kimmen, Mathis Rago-Richard, Tino Potma, Edwards Glazers, Jeremy Smith, and Carl Lenegard from France. So the Netherlands well represented in this one with 3 riders. Let's see if they can do what the French have just done.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So Shippers, Ramirez and Kimmen, lanes 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. Ramirez on the inside, but look who's coming across from the outside. That is Jeremy Smith from the USA. Jeremy Smith picking up the whole shot, but just being dived on by Ramirez. So Ramirez, Smith, looks like Jay Shippers coming through on the outside. He's working his way into 3, and the French rider in 4. That will be Mathis Rago-Richard. So Mathis in there in that 4th position, holding on. He's got pressure coming from behind with another Dutch rider all over the back of him. That might be Justin Kimmen. So it's Ramirez down the final straight. Jeremy Smith's having a great lap in there in 2. Looks like Shippers is going to pick up the 3. Mathis Rago-Richard in 4. Justin Kimmen in 5. Oh, he'll be disappointed with that one.
Good ride by Smith. The official Ramirez, Smith, Shippers, Rago-Richard. Smith, though, probably could have and should have been more greedy heading into the first turn. As the racing gets tighter, he may want to clean that up. Heat 11, Maye, Palominos, Peel, Rosa, Babris, Stindl, Manier, and Nick Kimman from lane 8. Out of the gate they go. The New Zealand national champion in lane 3, looking like he got shut down. He's going to be relegated to the middle of the pack. Nick Kimmen straight from the outside. Great shot for him as he's going to take the commanding lead. So it's going to be Kimmen and Maye. Kimmen heading into the second corner, looking relaxed and poised, peeking over his shoulder just to see where everyone is. Kimmen, Maye, Palominos, and Peel. Peel finding his way into 3rd, but he's got some company on him. I believe that might be Babris. Not sure. We're going to have to get an ID on that. That's going to be Nick Kimmen bringing it in for the Dutch crowd. They're happy to see that, followed by Maye, Palominos, and Stindl from Germany making it in there.
Yes, Stindl had a great final turn. He carved it so hard, and he carried his momentum through into that final straight and picked up that 4th spot. Case Stindl with some great moves. There is your official result. Nick Kimmen taking the win, Roman Maye in 2, Palominos of Chile in 3, and Case Stindl in there in 4. Heat 12 lining up: Dave van der Berg of the Netherlands, Cedric Bouty, Quillen Isidore, Eddie Clerté, Carlos Oquendo, Quentin de Rom, Emilio Falla, and Josh McLean from Austria. Big Davo from the Netherlands rocking that 8 plate, but you've got to keep your eye on Carlos Oquendo and see where he is, because if he's not out front, he'll be making moves, and he's going to have to make them now because he's in about 6th spot at the moment. Where is Quillen Isidore? He's ducking underneath, working his way into the top 4, but it's Big Davo leading it out. Eddie Clerté in there in 2. That looks like Cedric Bouty in 3 as they enter the second turn, and here comes Oquendo making his move. He's worked his way into the top 4 past Isidore. That looks like McLean in there in 6, but as they enter the final turn, it's all about the Netherlands. seconds. Dave Vandenberg holding on to it. Aquendo's shopping for yet another position. Looks like it's going to be game over for Quill and Isidore. Aquendo through in 4, McLean in 5, Isidore in 6. But Carlos Aquendo making moves, and it's moved him through into the 8th finals.
There is your official Vandenberg, Claerte Bouti, and Okendo using that experience to secure that final qualifying spot. Heat number 13, we're going to see Kadyshev, Andre, Krasevskis, Tahiko, Webster, Godet, Cameron Larson, and Cole McConey.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All business as they head down the hill. Sylvain Andre off to a good start. Cam Larson on the outside with some pull, beating out the world champion. Nice run on him, pedaling into the corner. So it's going to be Larson and Andre 1 and 2 with Kadyshev in 3rd place. I believe that's McConey in 4th. Got some craziness going on in 5th. Not sure what's going to happen there. Larson now fighting to keep his 2nd place position as Andre found his way around the American. So it's going to be Andre, world champion Kadyshev, making his move into 2nd place. Now Larson's got heat on him. He's got to watch it. He's in 3rd place. Looks like that'll be secure for him. So it's going to be Andre, Kadyshev, Larson, and Krasevskis from Australia.
Yeah, they were definitely all over the back of Cameron Larson coming down that 3rd straight. He had 3 riders at least surrounding him, trying to do their best to get by, but he's held on to it to go through in that 3rd position. Sylvain Andre taking the win. Alexander Kadyshev into Matt Krasevskis of Australia going through in 4, with Larson in 3. Next time we see the elite men, it will be the 8th finals, in which they will take 4 from each event and go through into the quarters.
If you are joining us here, we do appreciate it here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup in Papendal, the Netherlands. Just finished up the Elite Men's 16th finals. Clouds are moving in. No call for rain, but the breeze has been blowing and it has affected some riders down the 2nd straightaway.
Got some dark clouds rolling in there, Jason, but I think they're going to hold.
On hold for a bit. We are going to hear from Mark Willers with a rider interview in just a moment.
We are back with David Graff, or back with, I haven't actually seen your first clip from yesterday, but we want to start off. I missed Mother's Day in New Zealand yesterday, so happy Mother's Day.
Ja, alles Gute zum Muttertag und ich hoffe, ich kann ein paar Blumen mit heimbringen. She's here in the stands, so she won't see it now. But
So if she's here in the stands, is she going to be here to see your first win today?
well, hopefully, I just said I hope I can bring some flowers home. I'm happy with the podium. My last podium has been a while, and I've been up there now battling with the guys. So I take a podium, and I'm going for the win if I can. Yeah.
Yes, you had got Sylvain pimped you at the line in Manchester for 4th, and then you're a half-track champ for the 2nd day. What's going through today from yesterday, and have you changed anything from yesterday's performance and last weekend to today?
Well, from last weekend to this weekend, I didn't really had to change much. Everything was pretty good, other than those 2 little mishaps, like in the 2 mains, which I'm okay with now. And yeah, here from yesterday to today, like yesterday, I had a really good day going, and then I messed up my starts in the semi, end the main, and this is kind of like what makes me mad, you know, like not really the result. I can take a 5th to 5th in a World Cup in this field is really good, but then when you don't put the best starts or your best performance down when it counts, it's just bothering you. So I hope to make that better today, and it started off good. I had good laps. Like I messed up the start before, and I was just managing to hold on with Kai next to me. So I hope I have them done out. Like the bad starts, I have them out of the way now.
Right on. So you're an opinionated person. What's the dirt going on? What's good this weekend? You know, he's mentioned in the podcast recently that there's not enough information and stuff going around between laps. So what do you got for the fans to keep them excited?
Yeah, I think you stepped up definitely with the riders' corner from the last stop, and yeah, I hope they give you some, like the spectators, some more background information during the heats, like between the heats. I think the commentary during the moto, during the lap is really good and exciting, but like the build up to it, they could hype us up a little more, you know, like get them hyped up for our mains, man.
You actually missed a good. I don't know if you saw it. The Japanese rider and the Danish rider were having a few words at the finish line before. I didn't see the crash, but I don't know if you saw it.
I saw it, yeah, and the Japanese guy definitely, like, this was a disqualifying move, you know, like he really went in with no chance and just put the Danish guy over the turn, which is like, yeah, it sucks. I had last year, I was here in the semi, and Kyle Evans came after me. Not that hard, and he got disqualified for it. So yeah, I feel for the Danish guy.
So how's training in Switzerland with the team's really strong and everything's going on? You've really turned it on the last few years. So what you know? Is there how many more years have you got left?
Well, I'm pushing to Tokyo and then probably call it a day. And but I'm still very motivated, like more motivated than ever before. And it shows in results and in my riding. And definitely the other kids they stepped up. Like we have a couple of young guys coming through. Renault is still coming back from an injury with his foot, and he's still like improving from race to race, I feel like. And now unfortunately we lost Simon Friday practice, and it looks like he has quite a serious knee injury, so we hope he'll get back soon, and he's on his way back now to get it checked out. And yeah, we train like pretty much right now. Everyone does his own thing, you know. You know how it is. It's getting closer to the Olympics. Simon moved to Liam Phillips to the UCI Center like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I train a lot in Stuttgart with the Germans because my girlfriend is living in Germany, so it's closer for me to train there. And then the young guys, they have to find a way to keep pushing themselves, because so far we pulled them, like we showed them what's possible and what they need to do, and they do quite good. So I'm coaching Cedric Butti actually, and I might have to stop that if he improves like that. He was so fast yesterday. He's like showing up on the top 16 gate times in practice and stuff, so I have to watch out, you know.
Just do what Kurt Pickard does at home and just wax all your riders that you're training.
Put them in the gym 24/7. Be good.
All right, well, thank you for coming in here, and good luck for the rest of the day.
Thank you, guys, and keep doing a great job.
Thank you.
Great interview by David Graf. We will do our best to pump the riders up before the main events. Meanwhile, these replays, the 16ths, some great racing. What do you think, Rich?
Definitely some great racing in the 16th. We were looking at some serious battles going into that final turn, and one guy who managed to benefit from all of that was Trey White, because there was moves being made and he managed to duck underneath and steal a spot with that late charge as you see him cross the line there. So that was real good fortune for Trey White.
And how about Mitchell Schottman with a great first straight during his 16th final, beating Harmsen, who was in lane 1. Not easy to do on this track. Although I'm sure Schottman has had his fair amount of practice here, since he is also from the Netherlands.
Yeah, and it was that particular race where James Palmer managed to work his way through from 4th into 1st. So very smart riding from the Canadian there. Just took it down the outside, round that final turn, clear track in front of him, and brought it to the line. Textbook smart riding there from James Palmer. Jared the Jet Garcia mixed up in this one, but it was the Colombian rider coming across from the outside. That was Avaleda. But he didn't reckon with Alex Tugas, who was right there behind him in 2. Vincent Pellouard at that particular moment was in 3, but it was Tugas who made it 2 from 2 for the Canadians through those 16th finals with another win.
All the French guys in this lap, Daudet, Pellouard, Mir, and Darnand. Darnand, big guy, showing some promise out there on the track. Mir in 3rd. Of course, Daudet and Pellouard moving on, but Mir having some trouble down this 3rd straightaway. As we see Darnand sneaking up on him, he's going to high-low him, and I think
it was Kriegers.
Kriegers follows Darnand's line and just doesn't give Mir the chance to make it out.
Jeremy Smith got a very, very good start in
See, right
16th.
here, Smith could have come over more. I feel like he left a little bit too much room for Ramirez to come through. They rode clean, but I'm not sure if that habit is going to serve him well moving on.
Yeah, definitely got to close down people sort of sooner rather than later.
Ride greedy out there.
But he was settled. He was there in that 2
Yeah.
spot. Ramirez just taking it to the line with Shippers and a very disappointed Justin Kimmen.
Dave Vandenberg leading him out with Eddie Clerté in 2nd. Clerté putting in a lot of work, training with one of the greats of the sport, Thomas Allier, and it shows. But Vandenberg all by himself, start to finish. What about this start in this first straightaway from young Cam Larson?
Yeah, Cam got a great one. He hole shotted. I mean, getting out in front of Sylvain Andre, that's not going to happen very often, is it? So I'm sure he was out front thinking, yep, I've got this one. Just a little bit of a mistake there that allowed Andre through. And moves definitely being made. Brandon Tahiko of Australia mixed up in that one as well. And a slide out from the German rider, which allowed Cameron Larson to hold on to that 3rd spot. As we move back and just look at the overview of the track. Clouds rolling in just that little bit.
Cooling things off just a bit.
Just a bit.
In just a moment, we'll be bringing you the women, the best and brightest the world has to offer for the women elite for the 8th finals.
That young man's clearly keen and happy to watch the women's 8th finals. Giving us a nice wave there.
And there we go. The next time we see the women will be basically right now. 8th finals, 4th or better, will have them moving on to keep their hopes alive of getting to the final main event today. Only 8 fit on the gate. And we are working our way down to the final 8 fastest. In both categories, men and women. There are the women, the top of the hill, as they have been given the green light to get in the gate. Heat number 1, Afremova, Mayer, Willoughby, Dos Santos, Tuxture, Escobar, and Smith. Smith opting for lane 8. Dana Tuxture, the Canadian, hoping to put on a good show as her teammates did in the men's 16ths just moments ago. Heat 1. Down the hill they go. Looks like Elise Willoughby, excuse me, I'm saying her maiden name, Elise the Beast Willoughby, leaping into the first corner, followed by Mayer taking the high road as well. So it's going to be Willoughby and Mayer 1 and 2, making some room between them and the rest of the crowd. And I think that's Dos Santos and Afremova 3 and 4. So it's going to be Willoughby, Mayer 1 and 2 as they head down the third straightaway. Technical for them, it's steep and deep, that's for sure. Both of them, all four of them, handling it like champs as they're going to bring it in down the last straight. Willoughby, Mayer, Afremova, and Dos Santos are your qualifiers.
Yeah, Elise Willoughby, she's been unfortunate in a couple of World Cup rounds, just not to quite get to where she needed to be in the main event. I'm sure she's looking to make up for that one today, and we hope she does. One of our most decorated and talented riders taking the win in that one. Camille Mayer in 2, Natalia Afremova in 3, and Julia Alves dos Santos of Brazil. She's in there in 4. Next up, heat number 2, Lauren Reynolds, Kanami Tamo, Saya Takayama, Miro Smulders, Maria Restrepo, Benita Peterson, and Nadine Eberhard. Looking at Lauren Reynolds there on the 21, had a very brief conversation with her this morning. She said she was pleased with where she was at yesterday, was ticking boxes, but just couldn't quite do what was needed. So let's see if she can get it done this time around. So Reynolds and Tano on the inside, and the Swiss rider Eberhard in there as well. Tano did not get the best of starts, but look at Lauren Reynolds. She certainly did. Takes it to the skies along with Muriel Smulders. Saya Takayama working her way into 2 at the moment. Looks like Tano's worked her way back into 4, but it's Lauren Reynolds of Australia leading it out. She's got something to prove, and she's doing it in this 8th final. The battle's going on for 2, 3, and 4 at the minute. The other Japanese rider, Tano, working her way back in. Restrepo in there in 5, but Lauren Reynolds of Australia in control. Saya Takayama into. Oh, there's a battle going on in the final turn for that 4th spot. Let's see who gets it. Reynolds gets the winner. Takayama in 2. Smulders in 3. And a very close finish for 4 between Eberhard and Tano. We're going to have to wait for the official to tell us who got that one, but a great lap from Lauren Reynolds of Australia.
Great lap for Lauren Reynolds. Really taking command of these jumps. Knows how to take to the sky. Can stretch out if she needs to stretch out for the bigger jumps, knows how to pump and get good backside. So giving her a lot of confidence. Lauren Reynolds, official qualifier, Hatakayama, Smulders, and Eberhard. My goodness, finishing on the same second. What's the math on that, Rich?
It's about 7 1/1000ths of a second difference.
My goodness. Thank you for that. My math is a bit slow. Heat number 3, Bao, George, Petch, Walker, Amanda Carr, back in the mix, and Priscilla Stavo from Brazil.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders, ready, watch the gate.
You can see by the wind blowing the women's hair, the wind has picked up just a bit. There goes Bao, going straight to the front. Danny George toward the back. Oh, Stavo going high on the high road, so it's going to be Bao and Stavo getting rewarded for jumping into that first corner. Bao, Stavo, we have a race. Looks like Walker and George opting to take the low road down this second straight. I gotta think the wind it's a headwind down that second straight, making it more difficult to jump those jumps. No matter for Bao and Stavo, as they are looking strong heading into the last corner and out of the last corner down the last straight. So it's gonna be Bao, Stavo, I believe Walker, and there might be a fight for 4th place between George and Petch, with George just getting it.
Yeah, so yesterday's winner, Yuri Bao. Sure, she's going to be very happy with that lap. And another great lap for Priscilla Stavo of Brazil as well. Sarah Walker just comfortable in that 3. But there was a battle for 4, and Danny George took it. There is your official Bao, Stavo, Walker, George, all going through into the quarterfinals. Next up, heat 4, Saya Sakakibara of Australia, Zoe Claysons, Erin Lockwood, also of Australia, Krista von Niederhausen, Ruby Hausman, and Tessa Martinez of France. 6 riders, quite evenly spread out across that gate, giving themselves a little bit of room. Erin Lockwood there in the middle.
And thank you to Rudy Hausman for seeking us out and giving us a quick lesson on how to pronounce some of the Dutch names.
Heat number 4 is go. Let's see who's going to get a good start down this hill. Say Sakakibara on the inside, but it looks like the Dutch rider Ruby Hausman heading into turn number 1, both taking to the skies with Say Sakakibara. Sakakibara on the inside. Hausman's not done yet though. That looks like Zoe Claessens in there in 3. Erin Lockwood going through in 4, but it's Australia out front. Saya Sakakibara being tracked down by the Dutch rider on the 29. That's Ruby Hausman. 1, 2, 3 and 4 fairly even spread out. There's a big gap to 5, so these 4 girls are looking fairly safe. It's just a matter of the order that they come in. Saya Sakakibara, she's going to take this one. She's going to cross the line in front. Ruby Hausman into Claessens in 3, and Erin Lockwood with a great finish in 4.
Great race by Lockwood. Getting that 4th place position, she'll find herself in the quarter moving forward. Finishing ahead of her was Claessens, Hausman, and Sakakibara. That's your official from Heat 4. Moving on through the program to Heat number 5. We're going to see Pahone, Valentino, Stansel, Van Bentham, Curtis, and Boldinska. This is what the riders would call stacked, which means this is a lot of heavy hitters in this one. USA national champion of Stansel, 2-time gold medalist Mariana Pahone, national champion Manon Valentino of France. On hold for just a moment. Papendal, this is not only the Netherlands BMX training grounds for their Olympic team, but also the Olympic Training Center for the Netherlands. So not only do they have this beautiful BMX facility, the whole grounds is geared toward high-level sports, and the Netherlands does not play when it comes to playing, that's for sure.
That is for sure.
Looks like the women are getting set up as we see the starter move to his position. Mariana Pahone in lane 1, Felicia Stansel in lane 5. Out of the gate they go. Looks like Manon Valentino with a pretty good start. Stansel catching a lot of air over that first jump, so it's going to be Stansel just edging out Pahone, but Pahone going to dive in anyway and assert herself out of the corner, so it's going to be Pahone, Stansel, and Valentino with a tight 1, 2, and 3 as they head into the second corner. Stansel getting a bit greedy. Oh, wow, now Manon Valentino's taking a page out of the textbook of BMX, doing a high-low. Stansel going back to 3rd. Pahone maintaining her first place position as they go down the last straightaway. It's going to be Pahone, Valentino, Stansel, a little bobble down the last straight. She's going to roll through the whole last straightaway. And Boldinska from Latvia getting that 4th place position and last qualifying spot.
Yeah, some great moves being made there by Manon Valentino, always looking for a position, always looking to get in front. But she had to settle for 2nd place on this particular occasion. Mariana Pahone taking the win, the queen bee of BMX. Felicia Stansel in 3, Vanessa Boldinska in 4. Moving on to the last of the 8th finals for our elite women. Laura Smulders at Gabriella Carrillo. Bethany Shriver from Great Britain. Simone Christiansen from Denmark. Nadia Priest from Germany. And Svetlana Admakina from Russia. So Beth Shriver in the middle next door to Simone Christiansen, but it looks like Laura Smulders, your reigning world champion and World Cup champion, who got the best start. Bethany Shriver had to come through from the back yesterday. Looks like she's going to have to do it again today. Smulders in 1, Christiansen in 2. Pries working away into 3 and looking comfortable. That's Gabriela Bolle Carrillo of Colombia. She's in there in 4, but Laura Smulders of the Netherlands is walking away with this one. Looks like Bethany Shriver's day is done. Smulders, Christensen, Pries, Carrillo, 1, 2, 3 and 4. They've got enough space unless the Russian can pull something super spectacular down the final straight, which he's not going to do. Colombia's rider goes through in 4, Pries in 3, Christensen in 2, and Smulders in the 1 spot.
There's your official Smulders, Christensen, Pries, and Bolle, Admakina, and Shriver done for the day. Next time we see the women, it will be the quarterfinals as the racing gets faster and faster, tighter and tighter. The men are coming right back at us for their 8th finals. It's a busy day here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. The men's elite 8 finals are coming up next.
So did anything in particular catch your eye in those 8 finals for the women, Jason?
Well, unfortunately, Bethany Shriver, I'd like to know what's going on with her. Seems like she's really having trouble with consistency. We know she's capable of winning, and yet she's struggling to make it through some of these qualifying rounds.
Yeah, definitely struggled in that 8th final. The gate did not go her way at all, and it was obviously backtracking from there on in. Didn't get through the 2nd straight particularly well. So a rough day all round for Beth. Let's hope she can bring it back in the next round in Paris. Good to see Mariana Pajon taking it from gate to stripe. But it was Manon Valentino who kind of impressed in that particular 8th heat. Just making moves and picking up a comfortable 2nd spot.
Never fails. We always see a Colombian flag at all of these events.
I'm sure it's some kind of law. If you're traveling to a sporting event outside the country, you've got to carry the flag. Can't fault their enthusiasm, that's for sure. Good to see Lauren Reynolds out front as well. Seemed like she was intent on getting to that first turn first and carrying on where she left off yesterday. She was saying this morning that she's more than happy with where she's at the moment, and the fact that she's been putting good laps together and it seems to have been working out for her. She's just got to tick those boxes right at the end, but she's genuinely feeling quite good from what I've been told.
Yeah, Lauren Reynolds riding strong, working with Sam Willoughby as her trainer / coach. So Sam sharing some of the secrets of his success with obviously his wife first, Elise Willoughby, and Lauren Reynolds. Makes for a good training team and training environment, I'm sure, down in Chula Vista, San Diego, California. Or as some people might say, San Diego.
And that 4th heat for the women 8s. Good to see Erin Lockwood of Australia making it through to the next round as well.
Yeah, it's nice to see some new names getting through the rounds. Definitely some riders who have stepped it up this year from last. Houseman, one of them, Ruby Houseman being one of them. Seemed like she was scratching her way through last year, but now definitely a threat for a podium.
Yeah, part of the all-conquering Dutch army, which seems to be doing so much good in the sport of BMX racing these days. Dutch and the French still very, very strong. Now a crowd here at Papendal in the Netherlands, still having a good time. I'm sure that lady got that hat specially for the day, just so she'd end up on TV. And the 42 being held out. Somebody's clearly a fan of Jay Shippers. And if in doubt, turn up to a race in a dinosaur onesie.
There you go.
Seems like a real for success to me.
Seeing a lot of yellow colored drinks in the VIP section. And smiles.
And smiles. I'm sure yellow coloured drinks and smiles go together. Looks like we are very, very nearly ready to go racing with the 8 finals for the men elites. First up, heat number 1, containing 2 of the heaviest of the heavy hitters, Joris Dode and Sylvain Andre. 1 and 2 in the Worlds last year in Baku, Azerbaijan. Tori Navrestad in there as well, the national champion of Norway.
I think they didn't go 1 and 2, they went 1, 2. They finished on the same second.
That's
how
close it was, for sure.
Yeah, they not only did they have to go look at the time, they also had to look at the camera as well.
That's how close 6/1000th of a second is.
Yeah, I don't even think I said it quick enough.
Jay Shipper's definitely got some fans in the house today. Breeze definitely starting to pick up a little bit now. You can see those trees just swaying in the breeze from our commentary point, looking a little bit windier than it did earlier on.
Yeah, the wind picking up, clouds moving in, so that will definitely be a factor. Here we go, heat number 1, Dade, Andres Shippers, White, Kraszewski's, Navrestad, and Diego Arboleda. Arboleda choosing lane 8 again, definitely finding some speed within him. Probably one of the most impressive stories on the men's side since the start of this 2019 BMX Supercross World Cup season.
Yeah, definitely been putting some performances together. And as you know, Jason, once the top is off the confidence bottle, it all starts to pour out.
It all begins with belief.
More, better, happier.
That's it. So, the computer-generated list of riders qualifying through wasted no time putting a bunch of heavy hitters down in the first heat. Joris Dade, Sylvain Andre, heat 1, men's 8th. Looks like Andre, not the best start. Arboleta on the outside, Trey White, excuse me, stuck in the back. Krzyzewski stuck in the back, but Daudet, nice and easy into the first corner. He's gonna come in and out of the first corner. Arboleta finding his way into third place with Shippers fighting for fourth. We'll see if he can hold on to that or keep it away from the Norwegian rider of Shippers. So Shippers is in there for fourth so far. Arboleta in third. Daudet in and out of the last corner, followed by his countryman and world champion, Sylvain Andre. Arboleta and Shippers making it through.
Yeah, great laps there for those guys. You knew the French were going to be somewhere near the front. Trey White not having the best of luck in that one, or Krzyzewski's from Australia. There is your result. Joris Daudet, Sylvain Andre, Diego Arboleda, and Jay Shippers keeping his fans happy and going through in that fourth spot. Next up, heat number 2 of the 8 finals, David Graf, Alfredo Campo, Federico Villegas, Alexander Katishev, Yoshi Nagasako, Roman Meye, and Gil Brunner, all lined up in heat number 2.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders, ready, watch the gate.
So Campo and Graf in lanes 1 and 2. That's going to be a battle royale into the first turn. Looks like Roman Meye on the outside, just working his way through for France. Campo's going to get there in about 3 or 4 at the moment. Yoshi on the outside. Federico Villegas on the inside, trying to work his way in, but it's David Graf of Switzerland leading it out. Meye's looking good in that 2 spot. Campo looking safe in 3. The battle's on for 4, and Yoshi is working his way in. The Japanese rider, he's up there into 4 now at the moment. Can he hold on to it? Villegas is on the inside. There's going to be a real scrap in the final turn. Who's going to get it? Oh, high-low from Yoshi. Looking like he's bringing it down the straight. Elbow to elbow with Villegas. Who's going to get it? Yoshi. Nagasako of Japan just about getting it. Villegas despondent. Couldn't quite get the drive down that final straight. What a finish.
Great race by Nagasako and Villegas. Nagasako edging out Villegas just behind Campo, Meye, and Graf. That's your official. Moving on, Renkerel, Blanc, Eddie Clerté, Mitchell Schottman, Romain Racine, Louis Brethauer, and Simba Darnan.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders, ready, watch the gate.
Let's see what Simba Darnan can do in that purple suit coming from lane 8. Not a bad start, but he's still in the 4th place position. Eddie Clerté finding his way into 2nd behind countryman Renkerel. So it's going to be Renkerel, Clerté, Darnan, and Schottman with the 3rd place. So far, so good. So it's going to be France and the Netherlands just taking up all the track in the top 4 positions. It's going to be Renkerel, Clerté, Schottman, Darnan. Looks like he might be safe as there's a battle for 5th. Different lines down the last straightaway. Renkerel, Clerté, edging out Schottman and Darnan.
Yeah, it's 8
Getting
finals.
that 4th spot.
As 8 finals go, that looked pretty straightforward. Darnan going through in that 4th spot. Jeremy Renkerel definitely having it under control. Taking the win from Eddie Clerté. So France going 1, 2, and 4. Mitchell Schottman of the Netherlands in 3. Strong finishes for the French riders there. Moving on to heat number 4. Pilar, Palmer, Palaminos, Molina, Stindl, Ross Cullen of Great Britain, and Alex Tugas of Canada. So the 2 Canadian guys going really well in the 16ths. Now they've got to make it happen in the 8ths.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders, ready, watch the gate.
Palaminos and Molina, South African speed in the middle, but look at James Palmer. No, it's Alex Tugas, sorry, moving his way over. Tugas is going to get the whole shot in this one. Pilar in there in 2, Palaminos in 3. That's Molina going through in 4. Who's got the 5K? Stindl, he made some moves in the 16th with a high-low in that final turn. Can he do it again? But Alex Tugas of Canada is leading this one out. Palaminos is moving up onto his shoulder, down that 3rd straight. Oh, Tugas has gone! 1, 2, 3. Palaminos, Pilard, all down in a heap. Molina's going to take the win. Palmer's going to go through for 2. Kay Stindl in 3. And Ross Cullen in 4. But there was an explosion on that third straight. Tugos got out of control. Took Palaminos and Pilard with him.
Cullen gifted twice, both in this round and the last round. Let's check on Tugos. That was wild. I think his front wheel just dropped. Yeah, just got a little crooked. Over anticipating on that jet hop. Tugos looks like he is out. That is unfortunate for him. Palaminos had a good run until that wreck.
Yeah, the bike just stepping away from Alex Tugos. He's been riding so well today. So well. He's 16th. Was a great lap. And the technicality of this third straight here at Papendal, you literally cannot let up for a split second, and sometimes even that's not enough. Palaminos just walking across the line. He's up and okay. Pilard walking off as well. It's Alex Tugos, who's still down on that third straight, being looked after by our medical team on site.
Your official Molina, Palmer, Stindl, and Cullen. Cullen getting in the last chance qualifier, getting to the 16th. A crash in the last turn gets him through to the 8th. And here we are again. There's the crash. Tugos getting sideways, not recovering, taking out Palomino. And Pilard and Cullen getting the last final position again. So, as we take a look at the track, we can see the sun peeking through in the second corner. Waiting for heat 5. The crowd giving a round of applause for Alex Tugos, who is making his way off the track. Unfortunately, with some help from our brilliant medical staff here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. We look up to the gate, we're going to see Klashenko, Ramirez, Okendo, Garcia, Cameron Larson, and Nick Kimmen. Both Nick Kimmen and Cameron Larson showing some amazing first straight speed. Okendo, the number 566, the veteran of the group, always known for pulling a strong finish towards the end. And we are up and ready.
Okay, riders, random start.
Heat number 5, men's elite 8th finals.
Ready? Watch the gate.
Nice and easy as they go. Looks like Cam Larson off to a good start, but Nick Kimmen off to a better start. The Magician Ramirez is going to tuck into the second place position. Larson finds himself in third. His track speed has been suspect though, so we'll see if the teammate Jared Garcia can hold off the rest of the bunch and see if two Americans can make it out of this 8th final. But it's Keeman, Ramirez, Larson, Garcia. Looks like they have a lot of room. What you see is what you're going to get as they head into the last straightaway and qualify in that order. Keeman, Ramirez, Larson, and Garcia, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, Nick Keeman taking his now famous gate 8, knowing that he's got that confidence to pull people down that first straight, but Cameron Larson putting in another superb performance. I'm sure his coach Ariel Martin will be very happy with that one. There is your result. Nick Keeman, Carlos Ramirez, Cameron Larson, Jared Garcia, they are your top 4, and then we'll be moving on to the quarterfinals. There is your start list for Heat 6, Twan van Gent of the Netherlands, Cedric Bouty of Switzerland, Kai White, Great Britain, Jeremy Smith of the USA, Renato Rezende of Brazil, and Joris Harmsen from the Netherlands.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders, ready, watch the gate.
Well, Jeremy Smith of the USA had a great lap last time around, but he's going to have his work cut out with the 3 guys on the inside of him. It looks like Twan van Gent and Joris Harmsen heading into turn number 1. Harmsen just getting it, Van Gent just tagging that jump. Where is Kai White? He's in there in 4 at the moment, coming under pressure from Renato Rezende, I think it is, as they head in towards that second turn. So Rezende up into 4, Kai White's back there in 5 at the moment, so he's really going to have to push it down this third straight. Harmsen, Van Gent, Rezende, the Swiss rider in there, Cedric Bouty. Here we go, high-low from Kai White down the final straight, looking like he's going to push through and make it through in that top 3. Kai White in 3rd, Rezende in 4, Harmsen and Van Gent going 1 and 2, but the British rider left it late.
Yeah, Kai White looking like he was in trouble down that first straight, missed a few pedals between the 2nd and 3rd jump, stayed calm, took advantage of Rezende and Bouty going at it into the last corner, ended up getting that 3rd place finish with Rezende in 4th, Harmsen and Van Gent 1st and 2nd. Back up to the hill, looking at Sakakibara, Vandenberg, Evans, Sherrick, Rago Richard, and Leo Garayan. The double 7 of Sakakibara in between Vandenberg and Kyle Evans.
Ready, watch the gate.
Very difficult place to be between those two, as Evans and Vandenberg are known for their strong starts. Sakakibara finding himself in 3rd, now 4th place with the junior world champ just on the outside of him. Evans, though, finding his form, beating Vandenberg on his home track. So that's a good sign for him. That'll be good for his confidence as Sakakibara dives into 2nd place in the 2nd corner. Wow, will Sakakibara want more? I'm not sure. Looks like he does. He's going to just keep going. Sakakibara is saying, I want the best qualifying position. I want it lane 1 next time. So he's going to go for the 1st place, finish in 1st, followed by Evans, Vandenberg, and Garayan. Photo finish with his teammate, fellow countryman. We will see, we will see. Woo!
Ooh, I'll try that again. Kai Sakakibara pushing hard, going through from 3rd to 1st, Leo Garayan in 4th, Kyle Evans in 2nd, Dave Vandenberg in 3rd. Disappointment there for Great Britain's Paddy Sharrock coming through in 6th. Moving on to the last of the 8th finals for the elite men. Corbin Sherrard, Boris Ponomarev, Vincent Pelloir, Julian Schmidt, Roman Mayu, and Christos Kriegers. All in this one. Kriegers on the outside on the 996 with Roman Mayu. Right next to him on the 100 with Schmidt in the middle. This is the last of the 8 finals for the elite men. Roman Mayu getting a good start from the outside. Maybe Christus Krieger was thinking he could just tuck in and follow him into the turn. Well, he's going to have to follow Corbin Chirard as well because he's in second spot. Kriegers is in there in 3. Here comes Vincent Pelluard in there in 4. Julian Schmidt in 5. But it's all about the Frenchman. Roman Mayu leading it out. Corbin Chirard looking comfortable just behind, trying to work out his next move. Kriegers in there in that 3 spot. Pelluard's been shuffled back now. He's back in 5th. Moves being made in the final turn, couldn't quite make it stick. Julian Schmidt's going to hang on for that 4th. Kriegers is going to go through in 3. Chirard in 2. Roman Mayu taking the win. And Pelluard unlucky in that one. He's going to have to come back in Paris and try again.
The official Mayu, Chirard, Kriegers, and Schmidt. Disappointing for Pelluard, going from 3rd to 5th. Next time we see the men, it will be the quarterfinal. Only taking 4. We may see some better action just yet.
All right, so 10 minutes until the start, until we drop the gates for the Elite Women quarterfinals. Elite Women quarterfinals at 17:55. That's 5:55 this evening.
Thanks for joining us here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. We are in Papendal, the Netherlands, in the province of Gelderland, essentially at the Olympic training facility for the Netherlands. Looking at the replays, we see Joris Daudet going straight to the front with the impressive Colombian rider of Arboleda coming from the outside. Sylvain Andre, the world champ, just behind countryman Joris Daudet as they head down the 2nd straightaway. Now the 3rd.
Jay Ship has definitely had some work to do down that 3rd straight to keep the local fans happy, but he managed it with that 4th place. Disappointment for Trey White in the 1st of the 8 finals for the elite men. But it was battle royale in the 2nd of the 8 finals. Graf and Meye going 1 and 2 into the turn. But all the action was behind with Yoshi Nagasako and Federico Villegas of Argentina. And you can see they were in 4 and 5 there. Battling their way around.
Battling their way around. I think Mark Willers had to battle his way around the pit area to find some riders to talk to as we move to the riders' corner with Mark Willers.
We are here with the legend, the Dutch legend, mountain bike legend, BMX legend, coaching legend, Bas de Bever. You are, no other way to say it, you are responsible for this setup and the event and everything that we got here in Papendal for the last 9 years. How has it all changed over the years, and is the sport heading in the right direction?
Well, let me start by saying it's not just me being responsible for this whole setup. I did put in the ideas 9 years ago or 10 years ago to build a track here, but then obviously the training center said yes. I mean, they got to pay for it, and it runs really good, I think, for the last 9 years. So, but thank you for giving me the credits.
And so, what do you think about you? Basically put the team structure in place for all the national squads, and everyone kind of looks at how the team runs over here and bases their plans off of that. Was that coming from your mountain bike side?
Yeah, I truly learned what high performance sports is all about in the time that I did mountain biking. And I tried to transfer that knowledge into BMX when I took on the coaching job.
And last question, Bas de Bever now, how does he spend his days?
Building walls, painting walls, doing my yard, and riding bikes. That's it.
Sounds like you live in the dream. Thanks for coming in.
Bas de Bever. So for the past 15 years, he was the coach. For the past 10, working out of this facility with the Dutch team. I've had the pleasure to race Bas as well as ride recreationally with him last summer. And I can tell you he is still very fast, going both up and down hills.
Do riders like that ever lose the speed? I don't think they do. I think once you've got that speed, Jason, you're there forever.
Yeah, I think you generally keep your speed. Do lose some fitness.
I can attest to that. I didn't have a huge amount of speed myself to begin with.
So looking at the race, looking at our list, seems like in the quarterfinals, most of the heavy hitters are still there for the women. Smulders and Pahone and Houseman, George, Reynolds, Mayer, Valentino, Stansel, Walker, Willoughby, Sakakibara, Christensen, Smulders again, the young one, younger one I should say, Bow. So every player is present. No surprises just yet, which makes which I think we're going to see some action.
Yeah, it's definitely setting the stage for some serious action in these women's quarterfinals. I mean, to have Laura Smulders and Mariana Pahon almost next to each other on a gate, reminiscent of Olympic finals and World Championship finals. So looking for some drama in that one. Ruby Houseman also going to be in there. And Natalia Afromova, the national champion of Russia. And then you've got your wild cards like Danny George and Vanessa Buldinska. So anything could happen.
That's why we line up on the gate.
Yeah.
To find out. Now, because of the track length and how big the efforts are, I believe the rumor, Rich, was that the French team, not sure if it was the riders or coaches, but asked for 5 extra minutes between the quarters, the semis and the mains for more recovery time.
I think that makes sense. The amount of energy you have to expend, the amount of matches you have to burn to use a particular piece of cycling parlance.
So the work is to put more matches in the match book at home so that you have more to burn when it's time to race.
I mean, it must be one of the few sports where so many extreme maximum efforts are put in the space of one day. If you think about what happens with a, you know, with a 100-meter sprinter where they have an hour to warm up,
Well,
and
here's a sprint right here as we see
2 or 3 efforts.
We see Van Gent
Battling with Harmson.
Harmson, yes.
I mean, the Dutch guys were out there 1 and 2. Look at Resende working his way down the outside. He eventually ended up 3rd in this particular, either 3rd or 4th. He was inside the top 4 anyway because Kai White was there like a cobra, ready to strike. And then they go into the final turn and he ducked underneath. The Dutch guys were definitely out there. And Kai with his trademark last straight push, bringing it to the line just in front of Renato Resende.
This was a fun race to watch. Vandenberg and Evans. Evans, good to see his first straight showing back up.
Yeah.
A good time for it to show back up. I know he's been having some back problems. That's that rumor. We hear a lot of rumors. We never get that many facts, though.
I mean, Kai Sakakibara was in 3rd place
yeah,
there.
He was in 3rd, goes from 3rd to 1st, which is not easy to do when Evans and Vandenberg are in front of you.
Now with 2018 junior world champion Leo Garayan there in that 4th spot, just about holding on to it as they came to the line, literally by half a wheel. Mayu doing a great job of moving across from the outside to take that hole shot. Corbin Chirard in close pursuit.
I always appreciate how Corbin Chirard remains calm, cool, and collected.
Do you know what I like about Corbin? I like the fact that he makes it look quite easy. I know that sounds crazy, but his smoothness, he just makes it look like he's putting it in without having to force it.
In truth, he doesn't look like he's going as fast as he's going.
No, that's exactly what I was getting to, yeah.
You were trying to be polite about it, but no, it doesn't look like he's going fast, and he's absolutely smashing it.
Yeah.
But it's just his style, so.
Reminds me very much of Dylan Clayton. He used to do exactly the same thing. Looked like he was taking it very easy, but was going very, very fast.
Dale Holmes, too. Of course, not quite as smooth as Corbin Chirard.
Oh, Dylan Clayton.
This is true.
I'm sure
Dale's okay with that.
He won't disagree with that
He
one.
is okay with that. As he would say, the check was still the same, if not better, when he went home with the 5 world titles that he earned.
Yeah.
Ecuador. Okay.
See, that rule must apply in Ecuador as well with the alpaca flag.
Yeah. Well, when those colors are representative of the Colombian flag, the Venezuelan flag, the Ecuadorian flag, and the Bolivia flag. Those are Bolivar countries, I believe. Kind of how you UK people have a Union Jack on a few flags around the world as well.
Yeah, it never seems.
But I don't think they colonized everywhere. I don't know exactly how that history works out, but I remember Christian Besserini and Javier Colombo from Argentina explaining that to me.
Learn something new every day. So what's been the highlight of your weekend so far then, Jason? What's stood out for you?
My allergies. My allergies are catching up to me, so that's been a fun challenge, but I guess the highlight for me, well, I'm hoping to see the highlight in the next few rounds, but so far, I like some of the newer faces peeking up. Arboleda, Houseman, not that they're new faces, but new people in contention to get in that main and in contention for the podium. New threats, I should say.
Yeah, definitely mixing it up a little bit.
So to see these names and then watch them the past couple years, then seemingly all of a sudden just breaking through and getting in these main events and being a threat and winning from the outside lanes during qualifying rounds, that's been good.
Going back to some of the early rounds there. That's our rider from Aruba in there in 3rd place. Can't remember the young lady's name, but I do recognise the kit. With Julia Alves dos Santos out there in front for Brazil.
Yeah, Dos Santos, another name. Definitely improved since last year. You can see the improvements every time she gets on the track. Just needing a little bit more experience.
Looks like we've got quarterfinalists heading up towards the gate. So the action will be starting again very, very shortly. So the quarterfinals about to get underway for the elite women, and the next time you see them after this particular set of races, it will be the semi-finals down to the final 16, and then to break it down to 8 for the final. But we are at the quarterfinal stage, which means we have 4 races to come. Top 4 going through from each one. If you are new to BMX and wondering how it works in the knockout stages, that's where we're at.
Okay, we are looking at the top of the hill. I think the temperature dropped just a bit since we began our day here. You can see the breeze blowing. If you look at the trees, so there'll be a tailwind going down the first straightaway and a headwind going down the second straightaway. That may affect the riders. Heat number 1, Smolders, Pahone, Afremova, George, Hausman, and Buldinska. Your current world champion in lane 1, living maybe 20 minutes or less away from this very track. 2-time gold medalist in lane 2, the number 100, Mariana Pahone. Oh no. Whoa. Wow. Laura Smolder's not getting clipped in. Had to tell the starter to start over. That could have gotten weird if...
That could have been dangerous, yeah, for sure. Everybody settled down, getting ready to go again.
Okay, we're up. Heat number 1, women's elite quarterfinal.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders, ready, watch the gate.
Down the hill they go, the big 8-meter, Mariana Pahone not getting off to her best start. Looks like Laura Smolders gonna fly into the first turn. Mariana Pahone finding her way into second nonetheless. Hausman in 4th with a high-low. Oh no, we have a crash just behind Pahone. So now it's just Smolders and Pahone by themselves on the track, 1 and 2. 3rd place, 4th place is wide open. Gonna get an idea on that, but Smolders getting through this last corner, Pahone getting through this last corner. They're gonna finish just like that.
Buldinska in 3 and Afremova in 4 at the moment.
As Buldinska, thank you, Rich, and Afremova make their way through. What a crazy ride.
Yeah, Danny George took a tumble, and then after that Ruby Hausman went down on that second straight, which just left Pahone and Smolders to go 1 and 2. Get a better look at it here.
So there's so Hausman high lows, Danny George high sides over Hausman's last back tire, but Hausman gets connected with Afremova, I believe, and they just don't make it through the second straightaway. It's much harder for the women if you think about it, because they have to cut off of that first corner. They actually have to peel off to make that to go left out of the first corner.
Yeah, there's your official result. Laura Smolders taking the win. Mariana Pahone in 2, Vanessa Buldinska in 3, Natalia Afremova in 4. Drama already in the quarterfinals for the elite women. Still looking after Ruby Hausman at this moment in time. Our medical team been pretty busy today. As you were saying, Jason, yeah, they've definitely got to cut back in, haven't they, which makes it much more difficult.
They have to make a tighter radius for them, and the corner, let's be real, is really built for the right side, the men's side of the straightaway.
Yeah.
So the women Racing's getting tight already.
As heat number 2 waits on top of the hill to go, Lauren Reynolds, Camille Mer, Manon Valentino, Felicia Stansel, Julia Dos Santos, and Sarah Walker, silver medalist in the London Olympics 2012. And there is your start list. Lauren Reynolds from Australia, Camille Mer from France, Manon Valentino, Felicia Stansel from the USA, Sarah Walker, New Zealand, Julia Alves dos Santos from Brazil. 6 riders, just 4 going through to the semi-finals. Manon Valentino been going very, very well. Taking a win in Manchester and putting some decent laps in this weekend. Lauren Reynolds on the inside. She's been there all day long, taking it to the skies over that triple into the first turn.
Definitely looking focused in lane 1.
Felicia Stansel out there in gate number 5 with the stars and bars on the sleeves, the national champion of the USA. Looking calm and focused, and Sarah Walker just getting herself ready. This is it, heat number 2 of the quarterfinals for the elite women. Looking like Manon Valentino got a great start. Is she going to cut off Lauren Reynolds? I think she is, but Felicia Stansel got a better one. Goes to the sky over the triple, and she's leading this one out. Manon Valentino's in there in 2. Lauren Reynolds in 3, so not hindered too much by not being able to jump into the first turn, but Stansel got this one on lockdown at the minute. Who's there in 4? It looks like Camille Mer from France, so there's a big gap between 4 and 5. Sarah Walker doing her best to close it, but it's Felicia Stansel in there in 1, Manon Valentino in 2, Lauren Reynolds looking good in 3, Camille Mer in 4. Looks like that's the way they're going to finish. Stansel takes it, Valentino, Reynolds, Mer, 1, 2, 3 and 4, Sarah Walker in 5, and Alves dos Santos in 6. But what a start from Felicia Stansel.
Felicia Stansel just popping the cork right there. Just absolutely blazed that first straightaway. She, along with Valentino, Reynolds, and Mer, are your official qualifiers out of heat number 2. Heat number 3, Belay, Willoughby, Sakaki Bar, Priest, Claessens, and Eberhard. Belay coming out of 1, Willoughby in 2. Willoughby making good use out of that great start as she's going straight to the front. Wondering if that's going to pave the way for Belay. She's at least going to jump into 4th place. Sakaki Bar in 2nd with Priest in 3rd. So it's going to be Willoughby, Sakaki Bar, Priest. Belay making up some ground on Priest with a little bit of style, no less. But Willoughby in control of this lap, followed by Sakaki Bara. Sakaki Bara and Willoughby taking a little bit different of a line as they settle into the last corner. Oh, Priest making a move on Sakaki Bara. Not going to stick, so it's going to be Willoughby, Sakaki Bara, Priest, and Belay with the 4th.
Yeah, the rider that impressed me in that one was Nadia Priest from Germany. I hadn't seen her jump the triple into the first turn all day, and then when it counted, she took it to the skies and managed to hold on to that position for 3rd.
All four women, Willoughby, Sakaki Bar, Priest, and Belay, jumped that triple into the first corner.
Definitely paid off for them as well. Quarterfinals, heat number 4, lining up Simone Christensen, Yudi Bao, Seiya Takayama, Miro Smulders, Priscilla Stevo, and Erin Lockwood, who was also impressed today. She's on the outside, though, in this one.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So it's your day 1 winner in Manchester and your day 1 winner in Papendal, who were on the inside in this one. Seiya Takayama, though, working away from the middle under the tutelage of Liam Phillips out there at the World Cycling Centre, but it's Bao getting the whole shot. Takayama in there into Erin Lockwood, cut right down, and she's worked her way into the top 4, coming under pressure from Smulders Christensen in there in 3. So Bao, Takayama, Christensen, Lockwood, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, Priscilla Steve-O's worked her way into 4. Lockwood's in there in 5, so the Brazilian rider holding on to that final qualification spot. Looks like that's how they're going to finish, just depends on the order coming down the final straight. Oh, Takayama with a late charge. She got it from Bao. Christensen in 3. Steve-O coming through for 4. And I'm sure Erin Lockwood will be disappointed in that one, but a great, great ride from the Brazilian to get that final qualification spot.
Yeah, the thing that pushed Steve-O forward was getting through that second straight very clean, and Lockwood didn't do it. So Steve-O, Christensen, Bao, and Hatakeyama, that is your official. Great race by Hatakeyama, stealing the win from Bao just in the end right there. Next time we see the women, it will be for the semifinals. There's only 16 of them left as we get down to the final 8. And just behind this graphic, we see the men in their quarterfinals as they get locked and loaded. Heat number 1, Dode, Krieger, Sakakibara, Shotman, Resende, Meye, Cullen, and Mayhew. Will Cullen get gifted again? Will he make it through? Will there be any upsets? How's it going to shake down?
These questions are about to be answered. Sometimes you just need the rub of the green.
Okay, riders, random start.
Heat 1, men's quarterfinals.
Ready? Watch the gate.
Looking for the 33 to go straight to the front. Sakakibara off to a pretty good start himself. Let's see if he can manage. Oh, he gets moved over on by Meye just a bit. Cases the jump. Will Sakakibara force the issue? Not sure. Now he's stuck in 5th. Dade, though, Mayhew, Meye, and Shotman. Sakakibara stuck in traffic. Looks like Resende found himself in the 4th place position. That'll be good for him if he can get through. But it's going to be Dade, Mayhew. Wow, Resende making up some room. Sakakibara coming up in 5th. We're going to have a race down the last straight. Maybe a 3-way, not sure. Dade through, Mayhew, Resende, and Meye getting that last position. Shotman, Kriegers, and Sakakibara are done. Cullen
Looks like he's looked run out.
not going through as well.
Got to make mention of Renato Resende in that one. He got an absolute flyer. It seemed like he came from nowhere to pick up that 3rd position. Roman Meye just hanging on for 4th. Mitchell Shotman was pedaling in the air going down that 2nd straight, but Joris Dode and Roman Mayhew out front for France. Mayhew coming through from the outside. So great finish for him. Heat 2 of the quarterfinals, Jeremy Renkerel, Jay Shippers, Eddie Clerté, Jared Garcia, Julian Schmidt, Kay Stindl, Leo Garoyan, and Nick Kimmen once again going to the outside, lane number 8.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready? Watch the gate.
Kimmen in 8, Renkerel in 1 as the funnel converges as they go down the straight. Jared Garcia in the middle, but Kimmen's bringing it across. He's going to get the whole shot. Renkerel settling in 2. Garcia battling away with Clerté. Clerté working his way into 3. Here comes Garcia down the inside. Clerté takes it high, loses some positions, but it's Kimmen, Renkerel, Garcia 1, 2, and 3. Clerté's making his move on Shippers. Clerté back in there. Here comes Kay Stindl down the outside. Shippers is moving across, just about holding on to it into the final turn. Who's going to get that final spot? Oh, diving left and right. Schmidt's gone over. So, Kimmen, Renkerel, Garcia, Shippers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Clerté in 5. Everybody was searching for moves in that final turn. Craziness, Jason.
Wow, Clerté probably should have been a little bit more aggressive coming out of that first corner. Jared Garcia just getting by him, then Clerté forced to fight everyone off for that 4th place position. Great race though, clean racing, which I can appreciate for sure. Shippers making the crowd happy. So Kimmen, Renkerel, Garcia, and Shippers qualifying through.
Yeah, you can definitely see the chess game being played down that 3rd straight. Everybody trying to maneuver themselves into a position where they could make a move in that final turn.
Next up, Andre, Van Gent, Evans, White, Campo, Palmer, Harmson, And Arboleda, this one, I don't want to predict a thing. It's a shame I have to call it because I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit and watch this one.
Bunch of heavy hitters in this one. Do they cancel themselves out of the gate? White to the back of the pack. Andre not even in front. Looks like we have Harmsen going straight to the front. Van Gent finding his form. Campo now in fourth. Arboleda, he's in the back of the pack. Campo getting greedy though. I don't blame him. He wants some insurance, so he's gonna go pedal around the second corner to try to secure a third place position. Andre's pretty smart, so watch for him to do something different. Arboleda finding his way into third place. Meanwhile, Harmsen, Van Gent, first and second respectively. Andre finding his way in. Wow, Harmsen, Van Gent, Arboleda, and Andre with some very special moves through the rhythm. Campo going back to fifth. No qualification for Evans, no qualification for White. Wow, what a tough one.
James Palmer went down on that third straight as
Palmer.
well.
Wow, the Canadians and the third straight. They had amazing runs in their 16ths, and then Tugas going down in the third straight in the eighths, and Palmer going down in the third straight in the quarter. There's your official Harmsen, Van Gent, Arboleda, and Andre.
Yeah, the closer it gets down this third straight, you can see the strategies coming into play as we look at the start list for Heat 4. Ramirez, Graf, Vandenberg, Nagasako, Darnan, Sherrard, Molina, and Larson. All in this one. Larson on the outside. Dave Vandenberg, David Graf. 3 and 2. Ramirez on the inside. Nagasako in there in 4. Darnand in 5. James Palmer just walking off track. Good to see he's up and okay.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders, ready, watch the gate.
Quarterfinal number 4 is go. Looks like David Graf's got a good one. Dave Vandenberg got the squeeze put on him. That shuffled him to the back of the pack, and Corbin Sherrard's worked his way to do. Oh, Ramirez has gone, and he's taking one of the Dutch riders with him. So let's have a look. Graf. Sherrard going 1 and 2 in the one. Darnand in there in 3. That looks like Nagasako in there in 4. Cameron Larson in 5. They are fairly well spread out now. Looks like Graf's going to hold on to this one. Sherrard looking very comfortable in 2. Darnand in 3. But all the craziness coming out of the first turn, well, that's just stretched them out. It's going to finish 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Nagasako getting that 4th spot. Darnand in 3. Sherrard in 2. Graf in 1. Ramirez started a chain reaction in the turn. That took Dave Vandenberg as well, and Molina got caught up in it.
Well, as soon as Sherrard came over, Ramirez high-sided off of Sherrod's back wheel, went straight up the turn, and that took everyone else out. There you go, like dominoes. Darnand finding a clean line around there. There's your official graph. Sherrard, Darnand, Nagasako are your official qualifiers. Disappointing for Cam Larson because he seemed to have found his speed as the day went on, and unfortunately he got shut down. Next time we see the men, it'll be the semifinals, as there are only 16 left, but only 8 fit on the gate for the final main event. That's the next time we see the men. We are gonna Willoughby and Smolders battling it out for the main event in round 3. Bow in a close third. Smolders, knowing this track like the back of her hand, making use of this third straightaway. Bow doing the same, so it was inevitable that they would hit or meet up. And sure enough, they do. They both rode clean, but slowed themselves up enough so Bow could take advantage. Well, not so Bow could take advantage, but Bow took advantage nonetheless and stole the win away from Willoughby and Smolders as they were duking it out during round 3. Bow, Dutch team, home crowd, host crowd. Arms raised up in victory. That was the women's elite results from round 3. Just yesterday, Judy Bow, Elise Willoughby, and Laura Smolders.
That was Judy Bow's first World Cup win. So that big smile definitely going to be on there for a while, I think. So we moved across to the Elite Men's Final. Graf, Dode, Campos, Kakibara, Pilar, Renkerel, May and Nick Kimmen.
En natuurlijk ook voor Ellis Post. De tweede wordt natuurlijk niet te vergeten. De nummer 3, Laura Wilders.
So it was all tension. Graf on the inside, Kimmen on the outside. And Joris Dode ready to strike. So that gate dropped, and 8 of the fastest riders in the world headed down that first straight towards turn number 1. And it looked like Dode was going to get the whole shot. Kimmen came right around the outside, just caused Dode to lose his momentum. It was never in doubt from then on in. It was only a case of he was going to get 2nd, 3rd and 4th. The home crowd here going absolutely wild as Justin Kimmen took it down that 3rd straight towards that final turn. Campo in there in 2. Renkerel in 3, they were fairly stretched out. Sais Kakibara in there in 4, but Kimmen bringing it to the line, keeping the crowd happy, hyping him up as he went across that line. Campo with a great 2nd spot. Renkerel taking 3rd, Kakibara in 4th, and David Graf getting the top 5. Going back to the final straight to take the applause and the appreciation of his countrymen. Kimmen, I think that's the 3rd time he's won here.
That's it.
Feels like he's won a lot more.
Yeah. So Nick Kimmen taking the win in round 3 from lane 8. Alfredo Campo with his first podium at a World Cup. Jeremy Renkerel backing up his Manchester podium with another one here in Papendal. Round 3 was definitely a great day of racing. 2 Dutch riders winning in front of their home crowd.
We are back. We had a little bit of a delay, had to shuffle a few things around while we waited for, unfortunately, Canada. Tugas went down on the 3rd straight in that last round and is getting evac'd out of here, so there was a little delay, and you were up on the hill ready for when that happened.
Yeah, we were heading up for the quarterfinal, and we got told that we'd be a while because they're looking at bringing in a helicopter, which you hate hearing for anyone, especially someone that you know and care about. And so, yeah, it was, and right before you're about to go off on the same track. So it adds to the fear, and it requires a lot more courage when you have that going on right before you go up as well.
Yeah, so thoughts to Tugas. I'm sure hopefully he'll be all right. So how's everything been going? The New Zealand program's kind of fallen apart over the last few years, and you're the sole survivor from day one. What's keeping you going, and how are you helping the other girls come up?
Well, that's part of it. The other girls coming through is part of the reason why I'm still riding BMX, and to see them coming through and growing and getting faster and getting stronger is really exciting. And I guess the Olympics is just one of a kind event, and to go again would just be absolutely amazing. And I know that if I give 100% to every day of training and we qualify a spot and I'm not the one that goes, I know whoever does is going to have a really good chance.
Right, thank you very much. And we just got cut off again, so back up the hill.
Sarah Walker, London 2012 silver medalist, Olympic silver medalist.
Sarah's always got a smile on her face. That's what I like about Sarah. Always cheerful, always got something positive to say.
And smart.
Very smart.
And smart. So, as we see the sun shining bright on this beautiful track here in Papendal, in the province of Gelderland.
That's a great shot.
That is a great shot.
As they say, the sun always shines on the righteous.
That's right. 6:25 in the evening here in Papendal, the Netherlands, as they Snoop says, as the sun goes down and the day gets bigger, how many people are gonna sit down and watch the UCI BMX Supercross race? The semifinals are coming up. You have the start list. What do you think?
Well, I can kind of look at it and just go, oh, just get a pin, stick it in, and they could probably be your finalists. You know, you've got Smulders, Pahon, Reynolds, Christensen. That's just in semi-final number 1. So you've got riders there who've won Olympic titles, World Cup titles. One rider who took the first ever World Cup win in Manchester. So it's winners all the way through both heats in the elite women's semis. Elise Willoughby in the second one. On paper, in inverted commas, and I do say inverted commas there, the second one looks to be the easier of the two. If you just look at it from a standpoint of form on paper. But when has a World Cup semi-final ever been easy, Jason? Never.
Never. Never. And I was thinking, has there been an easy one? No.
No.
You really think the second one looks easier? I don't know.
It's marginal at best. But like I said, a semi-final at World Cup level never easy.
No.
So I'm definitely splitting hers there, just based on titles and things of that nature.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fantasy BMX.
Fantasy BMX, yeah. Absolutely. I'm not making any predictions because my predictions are terrible. Tried it before, didn't work out. Tried it yesterday, didn't work out.
Well, looking at the times, Laura Smulders has the fastest time out of everyone in the semifinals. So that means Laura Smulders, even if she's not in a qualifying position at the beginning of the race, will still be dangerous.
I think the two equalisers are going to be, number 1, the first turn, as they try to cut back in towards that inside of the second straight, and also the third straight as well.
The third straight. I actually think it will be the second straight, because the headwind, in my opinion, has been making things a bit difficult.
Yeah, and that could also be affected by the way things are as they come out of the first turn. So it's kind of a knock-on effect, isn't it, I suppose? Our fans getting looked after by our on-site MCs.
Swag. You know what that stands for?
I have no idea, Jason.
I heard it stands for...
I'm sure I'm about to be enlightened.
Well, I don't know if it's that enlightening, but I heard it's stuff we all get.
Okay. I thought it was something more exciting than that.
No, it's a family show.
I wasn't saying that it wasn't a family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was expecting something uber cool and, you know, urban.
Oh.
So stuff we all get kind of just didn't tick the box for me.
Well, I'm sure you could throw in an expletive we all get.
Yeah.
Eager kids in the VIP wondering how come they're not getting some stuff. But guess what? They're in the VIP.
They're in the VIP. They've got all of it anyway.
Sam Willoughby tucked away in the VIP with his camera. Got his coaching eye ready. He's eagerly awaiting the semis. See how his riders are doing. How his riders do, I should say.
And luckily, two of his coachees are in different semi-finals for Elite Women, because Lauren Reynolds is in the first one and his wife Elise is in the second one. So he's got more than a fair chance of having two riders in that main event.
Smile, you're on camera.
Looks like the freaks and the beer are definitely being passed round. Maybe we should nip over there, Jason, and have a seat in there. We can see the track, we can do the commentary from
We
there.
could.
We could eat freaks and drink beer at the same time.
That's Jan Schipper's mother, Dave Vandenberg's wife.
Okay, we've got riders heading up the hill. So the semi-finals are about to begin.
They are upon us. The local commentators keeping the crowd engaged. Look at that, even the VIP gets some swag. Well, from our vantage point, we know the women, the elite women, are on top of the hill. The French team has asked for more time between the quarters and semifinals. This is a big track, huge efforts, and apparently the French team, while they are doing a great job, along with the Dutch, at dominating so far, they might not have worked on their endurance as much. I don't know.
We'll soon see.
But they asked for more time, probably not because they're not fit, but so as to optimize the potential performance in the next round. That's how I'll say it. I had a French trainer when I raced, and I can tell you that those were some of my best years as a racer at the elite level.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, I know that. And I'll also say that during that time, my son was born. And I'd like to observe the fact that Joris Daudet is a new father, Sylvain Andre is a new father. They are both here going very fast. So, very good. Heat 1, elite women. We have the start list. Smulders, Pahone, Bollet, Reynolds, Christensen, Mayer, Afremova, and Sakakibara.
Let's get ready to introduce to you our first semi-final.
We're going to give you an up-close and personal introduction to each and every one of these amazing women on the gate. On the purple bike, we have Saya Sakakibara. She'll be coming out of lane 8. Had a bad crash
Out of lane number 7.
not too long ago, so good to see her coming back to form relatively
From
quickly.
the Russian
Next to her, Natalia
Federation,
Afremova.
Natalia Afremova.
Nice to see smiles on the gate in the semifinal. The 777, Camille Mayer, definitely stepping it up this year, this season.
On her inside,
Simone Christensen,
number
that's the
5.
number 5.
Out of
She
Denmark,
got her first
give it
win
up
in
for
Manchester.
Simone
Looking for another win
Christensen.
as well today. Lauren Reynolds is the 21 bike, probably one of the more seasoned professionals on top of the hill. She'll be coming out of lane number 4.
Number 101.
The 101,
Colombia,
Gabriela Bollet,
Gabriela Bollet Carrillo.
riding confidently all day. Let's see if she can put it into the main event. Next to her, her country woman, I suppose, country mate, Mariana Pajón, 2-time gold medalist, Olympic gold medalist. Few world championship titles under her belt as well.
The number 1 plate of
And the current world champion,
from the Netherlands.
Laura Smulders,
Racing
looking
for
to
Team TV Esport, Laura
looking for redemption from yesterday.
Smulders.
We're ready to go. It is the semifinals. There are only 16 left, and 8 fit on the gate. 4 will make it through. And we are up and ready. It's official. Heat number 1, Elite Women's Semifinal. Out of the gate they go, down the hill. Looks like Laura Smulders is going straight to the front. Mariana Pajón and Bollet straight to the back. Reynolds gonna jump her way into 3rd place, maybe even 2nd place against Sakakibara. Sakakibara leaving her some room, so it's Reynolds, Sakakibara, Christensen, 2, 3, and 4, with Smulders running away with it.
Yes, Smulders has got this one at the moment by the scruff of the neck. She's heading down that 3rd straight. Lauren Reynolds looking very good in that 2nd position. Saya Sakakibara in there in 3, Christensen in 4, but they're stacking up behind her. Can anybody make a move? Afremova's on a back wheel. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Smulders is going to get it. Reynolds is going to get 2. Sakakibara in 3, Christensen in 4. What a race, Jason.
That was a great race, and really smart by Reynolds, because if she had let Sakakibara go and possibly file in, that would have slowed her down, so Reynolds had to be greedy. Sakakibara maintaining that 3rd. The official, Smulders, Reynolds, Sakakibara, Christensen, they move on to the big show. Wow, that was just the first semi.
We are moving on to
There you
semi-final
go.
number 2. Judy Bao, Elise Willoughby, Manon Valentino, Priscilla Stevo, Saya Takayama, Vanessa Buldinska, Felicia Stansel, and Nadia Priest from Germany. We're going to take you up to the gate and get up close and personal with the ladies in semi-final number 2. On the 53 plate out of Germany, Olympian in Rio 2016, Nadia Priest. Next up in gate number 7 on the 23 plate, took a tumble at Manchester in one of the early rounds, but she's been fast. She's got the stars and bars on her arm. Felicia Stansel. Gate number 6 on the 36 plate out of Latvia, the BMX powerhouse country. That will be Vanessa Buldinska. Gate 5 on the 85. Doing it for Japan. Trains in Switzerland, Saya Takayama. Gate number 4 on the 93 out of Brazil. Been going fast all day long, all smiles all the time. Priscilla Stevo. On the 971 out of France. Took a win in Manchester. Round number 2, it is Manon Valentino. Gate number 2, on the 11 plates, your silver medalist in Rio 2016, looking for a World Cup win, Elise Willoughby. And on the inside, the number 3 on the red plate, your current series leader, the winner of round 3 here in Papendal, Yuni Bao. Semi-final number 2, round 4, UCI BMX Supercross World Cup here in Papendal, the Netherlands is about to go. Let's see what happens.
Okay, riders, ready to start. Riders, ready, watch the gate.
Semi-final number 2 is underway, and Elise Willoughby's got a great start. Yuni Bao on the inside. Here comes Felicia Stansel on the outside. Manon Valentino working her way into the top 4. Takayama in 5, and it's the USA going 1 and 2 at the moment. Willoughby, Stansel, Bao, Valentino, moves being made, and here comes Takayama, but it's all about the USA.
Takayama on attack with Valentino, but right now it's USA 1 and 2 with Bao trying to make up some ground. Elise Willoughby checking out. Stansel got a little bit of traffic behind her. She's going to qualify. Just a matter of which position. Bao's going to find that 3rd place. Valentino's going to find the 4th. It's going to be Willoughby, Stansel, Bao, Valentino, 1, 2, 3, and 4. What a great start by Stansel on the outside.
Yeah,
she probably could have pushed the issue in the first corner if she wanted to.
Yeah, I think she decided just to play it safe and just dip in behind Elise Willoughby. There is your official result. Willoughby, Stansel, Bao, Valentino. Saya Takayama was closing up on Manon Valentino down that 3rd straight, but she couldn't make it stick. But the USA certainly having it all going on. And the next time we see these ladies, it will be the final of Women Elite here in Papendal, round number 4 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. Great stuff there, Judy Bao. Just keeping it happening as we move on to the semi-finals for elite men.
Just 3.5 minutes now until we go into that first semi-final.
Riders are atop the 8-meter gate.
Making their way up to the start gate. Sunshine is out. 2 semi-finals coming away immediately after each other.
Let's just say it's 16 heavy hitters, job done. Semi-final number 1 containing 3 national champions. Everybody looking suitably relaxed up there, Jason.
Looking like they're working to be relaxed, which is the right thing to do, especially when you are on hold for just a moment. Everyone has their ritual. Said it before, I'll say it again. It's a very special walk up the hill before a World Cup or World Championship semi. It's a very special walk. These are the moments right here.
Renato Resende definitely looking relaxed. Got time for a smile for the camera. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Dat is goed nieuws. Nou jongens, over enkele ogenblikken er is iets ver. Dan gaan we beginnen met die halve finales. Hier op het supercrosscircuit van Papendal.
Alright, so shortly we'll get ready to introduce you to the 8 men here in
So we are going to give everyone an up-close and personal introduction to the 8 men in the Elite Men Semi number 1, Heat 1. As they get locked in, Graf Renkrell, Arboleta, Resende Meye Mehu, Nagasako, and Kiman.
Dames en heren, we gaan natuurlijk de rijders aan u voorstellen die klaarstaan voor deze deze halve finale.
Coming out of lane 8. I think he's been in lane 8 all weekend.
Onze eigen Nederlandse favoriet.
Both round 3 and now in round 4. Nick Kieman.
On his inside, the number 99
Next to him, the number 993,
from Japan.
Yoshitaku Nagasako, looking to make his first World Cup main event. The number 100, Romain Mayhew, showing some strong first straightaways.
Mr. Romain Mayhew.
All business right there. Next to him, 974, that will be Romain Maillet,
Also from France,
coming out of lane 5.
Maillet.
Next to him, the 500 bike, always giving us those great course previews.
Voor Brazilië, dames en heren.
Renato Rezende from Brazil.
Plate number 741 from Colombia. Let's make
From
some noise,
Colombia,
ladies and gentlemen. Diego Arboleda.
Diego Arboleda has been on a tear. He wants to get another podium today. And the number 29 bike,
De man met plaats nummer 29.
Jeremy Rincarel
Plaats nummer 3.
from France. He'll be coming out of lane 2.
Jeremy Rincarel.
Coming out of lane 1 from Switzerland, the Swiss national champion, looking for his first World Cup win, will be David Graff. But in order to do that, he has to get through this semi to give himself a chance at winning the main event. So here we are. Only 4 make it through. Men's Elite semifinal, Heat 1.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Out of the gate they go. Rincarel looks like he bumped bars with Arboleda just a bit. Graff going straight to the front. Kieman going straight to the even more front than Graff. Graff's not giving it up though. Graff wants to be greedy. He's like, no, I'm going to let you know I can beat you out of the first corner. And he's doing just that. Kieman staying calm and cool. Looks like we only have 4 up. Looks like Nagasako might be getting in that main event, barring anything catastrophic.
Yeah, Graff leading it out, coming into Maillet, and Arboleda went down in that turn. Rezende's out of it as well, but it is David Graff of Switzerland. He's bringing it to the line. Graff's going to get 2. Renkarel's going to get 3, and Nagasako in 4. It was all action in turn number 1. Romain Maillet got caught up as well. Arboleda and Maillet still picking themselves up, and Romain Maillet just rolling round to the finish. So we'll have to take a look at the replay to find out what went on in that first turn, because there was plenty of things happening. I think that's the first time I've not seen Nick Kieman pick up a whole shot from lane 8 all weekend.
That's going to be great for Graff. Graff's confidence. I'm wondering how that's going to play out with lane choice. Will Graff choose lane 1 in the main, or will he choose lane 8 and take away Nick Kieman's psychological advantage?
I've got a feeling David Graff might just stick to what he knows and stick to the inside.
And that's if people in the semi number 2 don't qualify faster.
Yeah, plenty of variables to go just yet. Unlucky to see Diego Arboleda go down in that first turn. He's rolling down that final straight. Romain Maillet, France, also caught up in the same incident. Arboleda just giving thanks that he's still in one piece, which is always handy.
Arboleda walking off with a slight limp. Good to see him walking off on his own, unaided.
And there is your official result. David Graff taking the win. Nick Kieman in 2, not very much between them. Jeremy Rincarel in 3, and Yoshitaku Nagasako in 4. Semi-final number 2. Lined up, Joris Dode, Toine Van Gent, Jared Garcia, Corbin Chirard, Sylvain Andre, Jay Shippers, Simba Darnand, and Joris Harmsen. Joris came very close to winning here last year, just going down in that final turn. He'll be looking to make up for it today. And there he is in gate number 8 on the World Foreplay, came 4th in the 2018 World Championships. In Baku, that is Joris Harmsen. Big cheer from the home crowd. Next to him, on the 26th, rocking the purple uniform out of France, Simba Darnand. Lane number 6 on the 42 plate got a bit of a fan club going on out in the stands. They'll be cheering their boy on. That's Jay Shippers out of the Netherlands. Gate number 5 on the 1 plate, your reigning world champion. Became a father just 2 days ago, Sylvain Andre from France. On the 24 plate, he's got the stars and bars on his left arm, the national champion of the USA, the world champion in 2017. That's Corbin Chirard. Next to him on the 187, his nickname is the Jet. It's Jared Garcia out of the USA. 148 on the plate. Doing it for the Netherlands. In gate 2, that's Toine Van Gent. In lane number 1, on the inside, on the 33 plate, took the win. In round number 1 in Manchester. Doing it for France. He knows what it takes. Joris Dode. Semi-final number 2, round 4 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. About to go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
This is it, heat number 2 is underway. Jared Garcia did not get the best of starts, and it looks like Joris Dode and Corbin Chirard are going to go into the turn 1 and 2. Sylvain Andre trying to thread the needle. Van Gent's been knocked offline. That's allowed Garcia through. So Dode, Andre, Chirard, Garcia, 2 French, 2 USA riders. They look like they're heading towards the
Looks
semis.
like Garcia's got to get on the gas. He's got the local boy Shippers just behind him wanting to make a move. Dode, Andre, Chirard, Shippers trying to make a move. Not sure if he's going to be able to outsmart or outwit Garcia. We'll see. Andre taking an interesting line down the last straight. Dode shaking his head no. Don't know what that's about because he just won the semi. Chirard getting through. Garcia getting through. 2 U.S. riders. That's a good look for Team USA today. The official Dode, Andre, Chirard, and Garcia's Jay Shippers just missing out. Definitely disappointing for them. For Shippers, Van Gent, and Harmsen.
Yeah, Van Gent just getting caught up in that first turn, just getting a little bit of a knock, and it cost him. And the next time we see these riders, it will be in the final. Interesting to see that David Graf went inside 35.5 seconds for his semi-final, about 0.3 faster than Joris Dode. So Graf's going to have the lane choice.
For 22 minutes past 7, that's when the gate will drop. So we've got about 15 minutes or so until we go into the final
So,
two races here.
we're gonna have some riders give us some technical explanations of how things go down on the BMX and with their bikes, and then we will be back for the finals.
Hi, my name's Elise Willoughby, career number 11, competing for the United States of America. We are here at stops 3 and 4 of the UCI BMX World Cup Tour in Papendal. And we've been here now for, I think this is the 9th year, and it's always provided awesome racing on this track, and we're excited to be here. For me personally, this is one of my favorite stops, what a career-changing race for me and all of women's BMX, really, when we started jumping the bigger jumps and just getting a little bit more speed out there, and really the progression of women's BMX has escalated ever since that 2012 race. So being a female in this sport, you obviously need to be aggressive and competitive and okay with helmet hair and just, you know, okay with being that head-to-head competition. And I think sometimes it can get the rap that it's just these big, tough people all the time that are out there under these helmets. But I'm 5'2", 125 pounds, not a big person. I was a gymnast my whole life, and I think that it's just important to be competitive and be okay with showing that competitive nature. And I think women's sports is progressing in that nature altogether, all around in every discipline. But cycling itself has taken huge steps forward in creating a level playing field with equal pay and just providing equal opportunity on the Olympic stage. And I really think that women's side of the sport has progressed at an even higher exponential rate than the men's side, just because we've had to, and the depth has grown so much. So it's an exciting time to be a part of women's BMX racing, and I just can't wait for what's to come.
Hi, my name is Jamie Staff. I'm British. I raced BMX bikes for 20 years. The last 7 of those years I spent in the US as a pro. I now live in the States. I'm married with kids, and my job title is High Performance Director for USA Cycling. So my job basically is getting our top female and male athletes to the World Cups and the World Championships every season, trying to get them here, get the support that they need. You know, we have mechanics, soigneurs, psychologists even, physical therapists and whatnot. So my job is to kind of pull all that together, arrange the trips and get us here in the best shape we can be. So I think some of the advice I would give to some parents of young kids that maybe have dreams or aspirations of reaching that high level one day is, to that parent, my message is just support your child as much as you can. Obviously it's a huge, or it can be a pretty decent financial burden and an expense getting your child around the country and getting them that experience that they need, but just be supportive. Don't push your child too much. You know, my key message I think is fun. Try and keep it as much fun as possible. You know, even when we're here, I can guarantee all my athletes are having a good time. You know, I'm definitely not screaming at them, yelling at them for not going out there and performing. You just try and be as encouraging as possible. So unfortunately, we've seen it over the years. Most people in my position that have gone through that whole process, where, you know, we do see some parents kind of being too pushy on their kids, and you near enough guarantee that kid will quit at some point. So I know it's hard. Obviously we all want the best for our kids. I've got kids, but truly just let them figure it out. You know, be supportive and just help them along their way. That's kind of the true encouragement, and I think you'll hopefully hear that same message from different people all around the world. All the top riders that I raced against, you know, I asked them that question over the years, and they've all had, you know, a pretty supportive parent that just got them to the race and picked them up when they were down, you know, bought them the equipment when they needed it and so forth. So, you know, we need a lot more talent, especially in the US. You know, we need a lot of talent coming through the pipeline. We've been fortunate enough to have some really good riders here the last few years, but I think after Tokyo Olympics, you know, we'll be looking for a lot of new talent coming in, and so we need these young kids in the sport and coming up through the channels and getting to the high end. So help me out and keep us winning some medals in the future.
Wie wil er een shirtje? Laat je eens horen, ze heeft de allerlaatste die ik heb. Wie wil er een shirtje?
We're here with David Graf from Switzerland, half-track champ from Manchester just 2 weeks ago, and latest guest on the Chatterbox podcast by Tori and James Palmer. And we wanted to go over your bike. You're running carbon rims, and probably one of the most analytical riders we have here as far as bike and gear is concerned. And so I just want to get a quick rundown. I see you're not running oversized bars like I used to, but everything else it looks like it started on a pretty good path from where I left off.
Yeah, well, I've always remembered you being one of the guys that pushed the bike stuff further. Like, I think your mechanic had quite something to do. And I've always said, like, it's easier to find the last bit in the bike. If there's something that I can improve on my bike, and I feel like that gives me an edge on the other guys, that's like just done in a second. And if I have to find that little thing in the gym or on the track or working on my body, that takes for months, you know. So I take the free stuff and I still do the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you were talking about, I see you're running the disc brake, and you've got obviously the brake mount still there, but you were talking about the rotating mass and everything recently. So do you want to explain why you use carbon rims, why you've got a smaller tyre, and how that helps with the rotating mass and just getting everything moving?
We start 8 riders on the same spot, and since we don't have lines going out of the gate, it's really crucial that you are the first guy to the kink. and then you have to start from somewhere. And if you would give Usain Bolt the 2 kilogram heavy like weight vest, he would say like, oh, no, I don't do that, you know. And I feel like a lot of the riders, they don't really care about their bike. They just want them to be solid and everything. And I like to push that that part a little further, and I'm running a smaller rear tire than like there is a couple guys running 1.6 tires on the rear as well. Running them on the front too, because I feel like it's you can handle it. So yeah, just getting out of the gate really quick. If you have a heavy rear wheel and a bigger diameter, like to overcome the inertia at the beginning, to move the weight, it's harder. And yeah, just like force power to weight ratio has to be the best possible.
So you're running the 180s with 4316 on there, like I used to?
No, I'm short cranks, man. 175s and 4416 with the small tire makes quite a short gear. Like most of the guys are running long gears. I went up with the gearing from Manchester though. I was lower in Manchester.
Right.
So because Manchester was so crucial to get to the kink first, and then you can really hold on to the inside line. And here, as we know from the past, like the guys from the outside, they're still there, and it's a long way to the first turn. So I had to go up a little bit, but it's still quite small compared to most other riders.
Yeah, a lot of the riders don't focus on their tool, they train themselves, but don't worry about what's really working. So anything not that we can't see, special bearings, or I see your pedals don't spin like mine used to either. So I think you still got some work to do.
And it's just the second World Cup. We get everything done for the Worlds, for the big races coming up. I'm waiting for my new frame. I'm working with Prophecy on a new frame, and I really hope that everything pays out and we don't have brake mounts anymore that stay there. And like, not that the brake mounts are hurting, but just a clean look and the geometry exactly like I wanted it. A little lower bottom bracket, and it looks quite like a track sprint bike nowadays. So it's probably going to be really, really stiff, but I haven't tried it yet, and I'm really looking forward to that. And hopefully I can test ride it after Paris and be ready for Worlds with it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you get back up there. You got the first race coming up, so good luck and get this thing out in front.
Yeah, I'll try. Thank you.
Well, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
David Graff giving us some insight. He was saying if it takes some time to build the speed and power and skill physically, but if he can get an advantage by changing a bike part and modifying something on the bike, that's almost instant by just changing it.
To use a very British piece of terminology, marginal gains.
Well, marginal improvements could lead to exponential gains, especially in a sport as tight as this. As we go over some replays as the women's.
Yeah, this was semi-final number 1. Lauren Reynolds taking to the skies, just forcing her way down the inside and into that second spot there to chase down Laura Smulders. Sayas Kakibara looking quite comfy in 3. And Simone Christiansen in 4. And that was pretty much the way it ended. Camille Murr just having her problems.
Yeah, a little bobble down the third straight slowed her momentum down. And there went her chance to even contest Christensen in the last corner, but Smulders laying the power down all the way to the finish. In the second Elite Women's Semi, saw Elise Willoughby and Felicia Stansel on the outside, actually with a faster first straight, just probably went to the left or right when she could have gone left a little bit.
Yeah, didn't realize Elise had tagged that jump into the first turn as well. I missed that. But it didn't seem to hold her back because she took the win with Felicia in 2. Yudi Bao getting a comfortable 3rd spot with Manon Valentino there in 4th.
Back up to the hill for the elite men.
This one was all action.
All action. Just heard from David Graff. Said his bars are narrower as well. How important it was, so maybe that helped him thread the needle here. Dive underneath Kieman. You can see the riders going down in the first corner. Pretty much all four out of the race before it gets fully started.
David Graf just went on to hold on to that semi-final, being tracked down by Nick Kimmen. It was very, very close as they entered the first turn. Just about held Kimmen off and forced him into that second spot. Jeremy Renkerel making a slight bobble there on that final straight. Wouldn't matter, he was in third anyway. He knew he was going to take it. This was semi-final number 2. Dode and Chirard blast into the first turn. I think Toine Van Gent had his problems, as we see there, just getting nudged ever so slightly, losing some momentum, which allowed Jared Garcia to duck underneath and work his way into that 4th spot.
Yeah, great race by Garcia. Great way to enter the World Cup season for him. He did not go to Manchester, but he's here, and he's in the main, so he's got a shot. If you're in the main, you got a shot at winning it. Jared Garcia found himself in the main. Shippers with a frustrating leap across the finish line in 5th, having not made it. Looking at the times, the qualification times, I was wondering myself, is anyone going to choose lane 8 to spite our good friend Nick Kieman? But I don't know if that'll be possible, because I have the strong suspicion that David Graf will still pick lane 1, and next in line to pick will be Nick.
That could be interesting.
Well, that's the strategy.
Yeah.
Because I got to think Graf is thinking his chances of beating everyone to the first turn are still best from lane 1.
And just looking out from our commentary point, we can see the elite women just heading up towards the top of that start hill. So a very short time before we go racing. Here in the finals of round number 4 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup in Papendal in the Netherlands. One of the favoured stops on the circuit for riders and commentators alike. The Dutch, always good with their hospitality. Looking after us. Keeping their fans and spectators happy as well. So, the women's final, 2 riders from the Netherlands, 2 from the USA, 2 from Australia, 1 from France and 1 from Denmark. So 3 of those countries got double the chance of a win. Which for Olympic qualification points is quite important.
Yeah.
Because that ultimately will dictate how many riders you may send to the event. So I'll hand you on to Jason. He's going to take you up close and personal.
Smulders, Bow, Willoughby, Valentino, Christensen, Reynolds, Sakakibara, and Stancil. That is the final 8 elite women.
That have fought like warriors here this afternoon and have made it through to the finals. Again, we'll introduce them to you from lane 8 through to lane 1.
Dames en heren, de finalisten van deze 4e ronde.
And coming out of lane number 8 on the purple bike, Felicia Stancil waking up today, that's for sure. I'm sure she's hoping to have another one of her blazing first straights. Next to her, another purple bike. Number 6, Saya Sakakibara.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Saya Sakakibara.
She got her first World Cup win in Argentina last season.
Dan, dames en heren, gaan we naar rijden.
Lauren Reynolds,
Een fantastisch weekend maakt deze dame
she's
mee.
probably
Met
been
nummer
at it
22 voor Australië.
the longest.
Lauren Reynolds!
And definitely far from finished.
Number 5.
The number 5 bike
Number 5 from Denmark, your national champion.
from Denmark, Simone Christensen. Training with
Dan gaan we naar de plaat
Liam
nummer
Phillips.
9.
Next to her, the 971 from France, Manon Valentino, picking up her first win in Manchester,
Valentino!
round 2.
On her inside,
The 11 bike, Elise the Beast Willoughby, the United States of America, 2017 world champion. She'll be coming out of lane number 3.
En dan van de rij nummer 2, de leider in de
Current
ranking
points
van de
leader,
World Cup 2019 voor
round 3
Nederland,
winner, Judy
Judy
Bao.
Bao!
She's in lane 2, definitely a crowd favorite, along with
on her inside, ladies and
the number
gentlemen,
1 bike, current world champion, Laura Smulders.
riding for Team TV's
And
World
she'll
Cup
be in
the
lane
Netherlands.
1.
Hello, Laura Smulders!
We are ready and official. Women's Elite, main event.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders, ready, watch the gate.
Green means go. Looks like Elise Willoughby hammering down the first straight with Felicia Stansel just on the outside. I believe Smulders is going to find her way on the inside of Stansel. She does that. Stansel swings a bit wide. Now she's got to watch out for the loss of Lauren Reynolds, as she might want that 3rd place. But Willoughby seems to be running away with it. Oh no, a little bit of a case into the 2nd corner.
Yeah, Willoughby hanging on. Will she get the monkey off her back in this World Cup Series? Here comes Laura Smulders working her way down the outside. Smulders taking it. She's worked her way around Elise Willoughby. Smulders is going to get it for the Netherlands. Smulders, Willoughby, who's going to get the 3? It was close between Stansel and Reynolds. Stansel got the 3, Reynolds got the 4. But what a move by Laura Smulders down that 3rd straight to take it over from Elise Willoughby.
What a great ride by Smulders. Calm, cool, collected, just turned on the heat down the technical straightaway. Elise Willoughby, just a little bit back wheel got hung up on that step up going into that 2nd corner. Might have slowed her down just enough. We knew Laura Smulders had the fast track time, so she was going to be a threat regardless. Also, I'm sure going through their mind, would they meet up again? Would they have contact again? All weekend, people were saying Smulders and Elise Willoughby seem to be like magnets when they're on the track together. So it's nice to see that they both finished the track without a crash. But Smulders getting that win in front of the home crowd. And what about Stansel? Top 3.
Yeah, top 3 for Stansel. She'll be really pleased with that one. I honestly thought that Lauren Reynolds was going to come through and steal a podium as well. But Laura Smulders cementing her status as one of the most consistent riders in BMX by taking that win. She'll be over the moon with that one. Elise Willoughby's going to be disappointed once again.
Well, as we know, consistency is key at this level, really at any level. So, as Laura Smulders tries to take off her helmet and talk to the live announcer,
Amazing 3rd straight away there for you. Elise got in
there's
front of you on that 1st turn. Felicia on your outside. You stayed patient.
shows how
you
good
did
a
what
shape
you
she's
needed
in
to
too.
do.
She's
A
not
great
breathing
move
as
on the
hard
3rd straight,
as
right
one
in front
might
of the
think,
fans. How are you feeling right
having
now?
just
That's
won
one number 6.
and raced all those laps today, huh, Rich?
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh man, feels amazing.
So feeling
Bit unlucky
amazing.
yesterday with the same
That's
move
what she's
with
saying.
Elise.
So
She was
she's going to
faster on the
actually,
first
so
straight
now that
too,
she's
and
won, she actually has to
gets
make
her on
her
the
way
third straight, but
through all
her
of the
today,
people
and
that want to give her a
the
pat on
crowd
the
is
back,
amazing.
give her a hug, shake her hand, talk to her.
Just catching
She
it
will
right
eventually make her
Laura,
way
it's been
to Mark
incredible
Willers,
weekend for the team as well, but,
so that
certainly for
those of
Dutch,
you
basketball
viewing can
motocross,
hear her
the team been absolutely fantastic.
words at
really
home.
Cool to win in front of the fans here.
But what a
You guys
great
got an
race, and you can see
incredible,
the
program. You guys
crowd
are doing
just in
good
the
things.
back,
Yeah, it's
eagerly
it's amazing
standing up
having
and
such high
peering
level
down on her,
athletes
wanting
around
to
you,
hear every
the
word
boys,
she has to say.
The girls,
So,
everyone's doing really good. We all have one
great
goal
race by the
next
elite
year,
women
Tokyo, of course.
and Laura
And we're
Smulders.
pushing each other to
Really
another level, and I
Down
think
that
that's
third
amazing.
straightaway,
But
just
then
lit it up.
performing in front of the
Definitely.
crowd.
Seemed like
We all
she's
want to do it
almost
so
found another
badly
gear
here.
from somewhere,
It's
worked her
another
way down the
kind of
outside of
pressure.
Elise Willoughby and just
It's
made that
hard,
move
but I'm
before
happy
they
I
even
could do
got
it
to the
today.
final turn.
Ladies
So
and
she
gentlemen,
managed to
let's give
close
her
her
a big
down
round of applause.
and make it impossible for Elise to get round her or underneath just without cutting it too fine. And then from there it was just a case of walking away with it down the final straight, keeping it upright on two wheels, crossing that line, and Laura Smulders takes another win. I'm not quite sure how many she's managed to pick up now, but I know it's a lot.
Quite adding to the list, notches on her belt. So there's the official. Smulders, Willoughby, Stancil, Reynolds, Bow, Valentino, Christensen, and Sakaki Bara. The USA making a strong appearance in the women's elite final.
And the good thing is we've still got one more race to come.
That's it. Here's the replay. Willoughby just smashing those pedals down the first straightaway. Stancil on the outside as well, but Elise Willoughby really getting some great pedals in between the first and third jumps. Stancil finding that second place, just not able to get to cut down on Smulders. Smulders sneaks in there, but as they go down this second straight, you can see Elise Willoughby right before she hits the step up, or right in the step up, her back wheel's gonna hit, and then here's that third straightaway.
Yeah, the third straight, Laura Smulders just had that better drive and momentum, and I think that loss of momentum may have just come from that little tag on the step up in the second turn. It's amazing how something so small can cost you so much. And she just took it away to the line. Elise Willoughby just bows the head as she crosses the line, thinking, I can't believe another one's got away from me.
Willoughby's back wheel actually sliding out on the transition between the dirt and concrete. I'm sure that woke her up a bit as well.
Laura Smulders, winner here today. You've had a rough couple of weeks. Elise Post has been giving you nightmares for 2 weeks now. You tried yesterday to get around her on the third straight. What did you do today to make a difference?
Well, I definitely had a deja vu coming into the third straight today. I was like, okay, I'm not going to try in the last turn. I'll just go outside and then whatever, do high-low in the last turn. But then I saw she slowed down that much, and I got her on the third straight. So I was like, okay, then I'll go inside and just like defend. And I got on the last straight and was like, oh, finally in a win again. Last time in Manchester was a bit unlucky with Elise yesterday too, but finally got a win, so I'm really happy.
And how did it feel to do it in front of a home crowd after 2 wins from your Dutch teammates yesterday and one more today? What's going to happen in the next one?
Well, it's just like way different racing here than in Manchester for us. I put more pressure on myself because I want to do so good so badly, because you know all the fans are here. It's my home track basically, so I put so much pressure on myself, and then I win today. Just feels amazing, and I hope Nick can do it again today. Would be crazy for the crowd and everyone, so good luck to him.
Well, Laura, congratulations once again. Winner here today.
Well, that's it. Wanting to do it for the crowd, she said she put some more pressure on herself.
Sometimes that can be the biggest pressure of all, pressure you put on yourself.
Well, when you feel pressure, the best thing to do is apply pressure.
Yeah.
Meet it. Face it. And Laura Smulders overcoming it, that's for sure, with a great showing today.
We can see from our commentary point that the elite men are heading up the gates. So I think we have the flower ceremony about to go.
That's it.
From the United States of America, Felicia Stancil.
So Felicia Stancil finding her way on the podium for the first time this year.
In second place from the United States of America, Elise Willoughby.
Elise Willoughby, teammate in second
And
place.
in first place, your champion from the Netherlands, ladies and gentlemen,
Current
Laura
world champion,
Smulders.
showing you how she does it with the win, Laura Smulders.
Yes, here please.
Tamara's got me. iPhone, yeah.
Well, sun shining brightly on the track on the second half of it. The next race we have is the men's elite final. This is it. We don't have another Supercross World Cup for about a month. So whatever they end up with is what's going to stick with them until the next World Cup. We have 8 men left. And as we see them line up, getting in the gate. Any predictions, Rich?
Someone's going to win.
Well, I didn't say
that's
on
about my
who.
only
I
prediction.
didn't say on who. It could be a prediction on what?
Oh, I just think it's going to be one of the fastest races I think we will
Will there
ever
be a
see.
lead change? Will there be something we've never seen before? Will there be a new person on the podium? Will there be, you know,
I think
these kinds of
there'll be some action in the first turn. As the start list goes up, and David Graff, Joris Dode, Jeremy Renkarel, Jared Garcia, Sylvain Andre, Corbin Chirard, Yoshitaku Nagasako, and Nick Kimmen are all listed. And it looks like our questions have been answered with regards to gate pick, because that looks like Nick Kimmen on the outside and David Graff on the inside.
And how about Nagasako getting in for his first World Cup main? So we've already seen a first.
For sure. Congratulations to him. So we're going to head to the top of the hill and go up close and personal with the 8 riders who are in the final of Elite Men. The UCI BMX Supercross World Cup round number 4 at Papendal, the Netherlands. Tension rising for our crowd. Hoping to see yet another Dutch winner.
We beginnen bij rij nummer 8, gate number 8. Hij heeft daar het hele weekend gestart.
If that happens,
Zijn favoriete plek.
that would be a clean sweep for the Dutch for the entire weekend. So, no pressure, Nick. Just got to win again from lane 8.
Op dat eerste stuk. En als hij dan net voor het gedrang uit kan komen, dat is een beetje zijn strategie.
Here we go, the first rider on your screens. The series leader on the 313. Your reigning World Cup champion from lane 8, Nick Kimmen. Lane number 7 on the 993, out of Japan, his first World Cup final, Yoshitaku Nagasako. Lane number 6 on the 24 plate, the world champion in 2017, the national champion of the USA, Corbin Chirard. Lane 5 on the 1, your reigning world champion from France, Sylvain Andre. Back in that, baby.
The young father. En dan
On the 187 for the USA. In gate number 4, it is Jared, the Jet Garcia.
Jared Garcia!
Next up on the 29 plate out of France.
Number 29.
Made a final out in Manchester rounds 1 and 2. He's in gate number 3, Jeremy Renkarel.
En dan rij nummer 2. De man met bord nummer 3 en
On the 33 plate, also out of France, multiple world titles, USA Pro BMX number 1, gate number 2, Joris Dode. And on the inside, on the 7 plate, lane number 1. He's never won a World Cup main. Will this be it? Will it be the first time for David Graff? We are about to find out. 8 riders, 1 winner. Here we go.
Okay, riders, random start.
This is it, here we go, the main event, round number 4 at Papendal in the Netherlands. Look at Nick Kimmen and look at Joris Dode. Kimmen's going to get the whole shot, Dode's in there in 2. Sylvan nearly ran into his back wheel in 3, David Graff in there in 4. But Kimmen looking like he's going to bring it home for the Netherlands. What do you say, Jason?
Wow, what I got to say is how impressive is Nick Kimmen right now, but the race is not over just yet. There's 2 Frenchmen, 1 Swiss rider chasing down this Nick Kimmen. Crowd's going crazy. Can't even see the track because everyone's standing up, but it is Nick Kimmen, Dode, Andre, and Graff. Kimmen just doubling up wins for the weekend. What an amazing ride. The question is, did he improve? Oh my gosh. So yes, new track record. He said there was more in him, and just for reference, Joris Dode, his 2nd place was faster than Nick Kimmen's 1st place yesterday.
That is seriously quick. They've gone under 35 seconds for a full lap here. Nick Kimmen taking the win with a 34.951. He said it yesterday. He said we can go faster, and he's gone out there and proved it. But the most crazy thing about this, a complete clean sweep for the Dutch for the weekend. Judy Bow, Nick Kimmen ×2, Laura Smulders.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Dreamland
Absolutely
for the
phenomenal.
Dutch. So looking at the results, David Graff came in 4th, Jared Garcia came in 5th. And the 2 victors of the day saluting the crowd. They've certainly had the money's worth. The 2 World Cup champions, Laura Smulders, Nick Kimmen, keeping the Dutch fans happy. Jeremy Renkerel came in 6th, Corbin came in 7th, Nagasako came in 8th in his 1st World Cup main event. Nick goes across to have a word with our in-house announcer.
Yeah, Nick
All right,
Kimmen,
ladies and gentlemen, the
what
double
an
in
amazing
Papendal.
feat.
Nick Kimmen,
Lane 8
that
all
makes
day,
it
only
number 4.
lost 1 lap,
Wow.
and that was a 2nd.
Yeah, yesterday I had no
but
words.
Just blazed that
but
1st straight. Joris
like, I
Dode
knew I
was
fast on the streak.
working hard. I did
but
notice down the 1st straight, Joris
yeah, to
Dode
win
kind of
twice to
paused
actually
a little bit, so I don't
make it
know if he
happen
got a
and do
little
it.
close to Nick, or Nick was
Yeah,
just
it
coming
feels
over that
amazing.
hard.
And then, you know,
But
Laura, like
pretty
a double
amazing.
Dutch win both days. Couldn't wish for a better weekend.
That's right. That's right.
We knew that Joris was inside you, so was
That's
Sylvan
right. I
Andre,
thought there
so
was a
was
moment
David
there where
Graff.
Graff might get
You
around
kept yourself
Andre,
all
but
day out of
I'm
lane
sure
one.
even Joris at that point was worried
exactly,
Andre
and
would
in
get
the
around
semi,
him.
I made a
But
little mistake
what
on
a
the
great
second
race
jump. David
by
was in
Nick
front,
Kimmen. All of the
but,
men, really.
I knew if I do what I can, I
So
can
that lap
do it
time
again. And yeah, I
is just
executed it.
34.951. I believe the winning time yesterday, round 3, was 35.3. 35.306 or something like that. So
I think it was.
So smashed it. Just smashed it. The crowd absolutely delighted that their homegrown takes home the win.
I think the rest of the elite man class will be thinking, what do we have to do to stop Nick Kimmen?
Go faster.
Go faster, yeah.
That's the rule. Go faster. So everyone wanting to get a piece of the winner. There's mom and dad. There's mom. Brother, Justin.
Of is hij om de hoek?
Deze was een goede start.
Coach Raymond van der Biesel there, just offering his congratulations.
And there's the replay.
Yep. Take a look at that one. It looks like Joris got an absolute screamer of a start, and David Graff just went slightly sideways down that first straight, and he was pedaling for all he was worth. There was just a little pause there from Dode. He couldn't quite get that pedal in.
I think Dode landed a little sideways on that double.
Nick dives underneath, and away he goes. Dode and Andre giving it everything that they've got into that second turn. But it was kind of at this point, barring disaster, that the crowds knew that they had their 4th Dutch winner of the weekend. Andre taking a different line down that final straight wasn't enough to overhaul Joris Dode. Graf coming through in 4, but Nick saluting the crowd and letting them know he's got what it takes.
Well, I think Nick will eventually make his way over to our own Mark Willers so that we can hear from him directly. There's your results. Kimin Dade, Andre Graf, Garcia, Renkrell, Shira, and Nagasako. That is your final here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup in Papendal, the Netherlands.
I can't get this level every day in training, so I wouldn't say dominant.
Yeah, but above everybody
My,
else.
the stands clear out quickly after the last race.
Oh, go. Nick Kimmon, winner again, double this weekend. What's it come down to? What's going to happen from here?
I don't know, like sometimes when you mess up, you shouldn't think about it too long, and it's the same when you win. Like, don't think you're the man, because the next day, next race, you have to start from the first round again. So I'm super happy with it, but yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm that dominant like you said before.
Yeah, so you said you weren't that confident going into that last one. You didn't think you quite had the win, but I mean, you clearly still got it. It's a hard day after one day yesterday of 6 or 7 37-second laps. So the leg burn must be crazy today. What's it take to do this in front of your home crowd?
Like last night, it was 11 p.m., completely dark, and my legs felt so sore. So I still did a little recovery ride. And this morning, like, of course, I didn't sleep that well because of the adrenaline. I woke up, I heard the alarm, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then, like, the first rounds, also, like, when the pressure's not there, I struggled to put everything together. But I really felt like when the pressure got more and more, when there was actually something on the line, I was able to put things together again. And yeah, just had a crazy lap in the main.
Well, you said you weren't dominant, but I believe you are absolutely dominating everybody out there. So once again, congratulations on the win.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Wow. As more and more got on the line, he says he was able to put it together. That is a problem many athletes would like to have.
Yep. And that just gives you a bit of an insight into his mindset as we go towards the flower ceremony.
A little behind the scenes look at the flower ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by for the flower ceremony as we bring through the elite men round number 4 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup here in the Netherlands.
So Sylvain Andre will be the first to get on the podium with his 3rd place finish.
In 3rd place,
Joris Dade, 2nd place.
in 2nd place from France, Joris Dade. And in 1st place, and your champion from the Netherlands, Nick Kimmon. Again.
Okay, now you can look at me, guys. Looking at me, Nick, and everyone.
That's it. Everyone playing nice. Winners are grinners.
So I think that means that Nick Kimmon is actually going to hang on to the series lead.
Definitely. And probably increase his lead. Well, there it is. The standings for the women. Judy Bow maintaining her lead. Elise Willoughby moving up points-wise at least. Laura Smolders in third. Manon Valentina dropping to fourth, followed by Christensen, Stancil, Houseman, Van Bentham, 8. 9 through 16 shows Reynolds, Mayer, Walker, Afremova, Pahone, Sakaki Bar, George, and Stavo. Those are the World Cup standings thus far through Papendal, the Netherlands, for the elite women. In the men,
we've got Nick Kimmon, who increases his lead in the standings. Joris Dode in 2, Sylvain Andre in 3, David Kraft in 4, Jeremy Rencarel in 5, Alfredo Campo in 6. Kai White still inside the top 8 in 7th, and Kai Sakakibara just rounding out that top 8 standings. 9th place, Diego Arboleda. Jay Shippers in 10th, Gonzalo Molina in 11th, Joris Harmson in 12th, Paddy Sharrock in a respectable 13th, Corbin Chirard in 14th, Roman Mayu in 15th, and Dave Vanderberg in 16th.
So that's it for us. Next time we see you, it will be in Saint-Quentin-en-Yvelines. That's in France, just outside of Paris. That will be the 8th and 9th in June. So for myself, Jason Richardson, and
Richard Eames,
we are out. We love you, BMX World. We'll see you soon. Thanks for joining in.
Thanks a lot.